that shit. How you doing, guys? It's your boy here, Judge Dre here, back with Debating Woes. What we're gonna do right now, we've had our main show already. We're gonna do a free for all, so we're gonna talk about positive things or things that's on your mind during these last 2 hours of the show. We got the panel already here. Anybody in the chat room that wants to join, I will go ahead and put the link there for you guys, so you guys can join. Just ask for the link. We're gonna do that and keep it out of there just to keep the trolling down for now. And say it is. So go ahead, panel, introduce yourself.
William.
William.
Put on the spot for real.
Y'all scared.
I ain't scared, never scared.
Got Starscream in the building. She's always screaming at you. That's why we let.
Carlotta Gomez, that's me.
That's right.
I'm sick today. I can't scream at nobody.
Say AKA Starscream. But she said her voice is a little bit down from all the screaming, right?
You would think so. I would love for George to jump on because I owe him a grand, shout out. I really do. If it wasn't for George, I'd be sick as I don't know what.
Matter of fact, I'll send him an invite. I think he had some things to take care of, so he might be too busy.
He may be working and stuff.
Right.
He did me a favor big time.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to do a free-for-all. That's what the topic of the show is. So basically, you can talk about whatever you want. And while you're doing that, new subscribers, please hit the like, share, subscribe, and definitely donate. Thank you, guys. We're going to start off with you, Leslie. You can talk while I set up the next show for tomorrow, but go right ahead, Les.
Oh, what you want me to say, man?
Well, this is free for all, so that's why you
say what kind of man.
Tomorrow's show for that. What you
say what kind of man, Leslie?
Well, yeah. It could be even talking about what we talked about on the last show. That's the beauty of the free for all.
I'll say what's on my mind. Me personally, the reason why I join and I participate in these discussions and these panels is because I'm interested with surrounding myself with black people that just don't want to talk, but they want to get up and do something to change the black community.
That's right.
I think we as black people, we talk a lot. We have a lot of hot air that comes out of our mouths, but when it comes time to move our feet, nothing ever gets done.
That's right.
So one of my things is I actually want to get up and do something to actually help the condition that's going on. And I know, people like us can't reach everybody, and I think that we should make an attempt to try to reach people, but if they're not budging, leave them alone and move on and then put our energy and focus on the people that are willing to change and willing to take action.
It's just hard because you know how I seem like that one person has so much potential, but you seem to just cannot get them to adhere to their own abilities. And I take that personally, I'm like, can you wake up, please?
You've heard the saying, Carlotta, you can lead the horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
I know.
Right. Yeah.
I just feel like I be failing, you know what I'm saying? When I fail a person, I feel like I failed this person,
That's because you want to make them drink so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, think about all the energy you exhaust trying to force someone who doesn't want to be forced. I've gotten to the point now where I'll give you the information and I'll simplify the information to where anybody with a little bit of rationality in their head should be able to grasp the concept that I'm, portraying. If you can't get it then I just got to move on and put that energy into finding the next person that will grasp it and they will listen and they want to take interest in what's being said.
That's true. That is true. I've actually had to put people on block on my phone because I got to the point where it broke my heart. They would call me and act as if they're so interested in what I've been doing for the past couple of days as to why they hadn't heard from me. And then as the conversation goes along, I find out they're going to ask me, what are you doing tomorrow? You know, it's like it spins into something they want me to do for them. It's like they do all this buttercup shit, and then all of a sudden they want me to do something. I hate that.
Yeah, we're definitely good for that.
I can relate to what you're all saying when you talk about wanting to help people, and you try to share and give them everything that you've learned or that you know to help them along the way with whatever their situation is, and then you come to that point where you realize they're just not going to put the action behind it. I remember this was many years ago, but I worked with this young girl, and she was an alcoholic, and she got to the point where she was coming into work drunk and calling people from work all hours of the night, calling the job, just out of control. But she was really a good person. So I remember just telling her everything I could to help her, and you know, that was the best I could do for her. And it actually turned out that she died. She didn't make it, and I always felt so bad because you look at other people and you think, how did these folks make it? And some folks just don't make it, and you know, all you can do is the best you can to try to help somebody, but they have to be able to put the action behind it because you can't do it for them. But I've never forgotten that girl, that she didn't make it.
You know why we all have that problem about like letting go when it comes to it? It's the fact that we see ourselves in that person.
Absolutely. I shared that with her because as a young person, as a young person, you know, I mean, I used to live with roommates, and we all partied, and everybody had this great time, and some people, they move on from that, and then you get a job and go to work and get a life, and some people never make it out of that.
Wait a minute, you was doing that shit before I met you?
This is the thing about KP. This is the thing. Remember, you probably heard me the other day. You probably heard me say, took my phone, bought me a new phone, so there was never any issues of people calling, you know, or whatever. But there are no secrets in KP's house. Like, we probably spent, well, still we talk about things. Like, he wants to know everything. So he knows exactly the house where I had these roommates. He knew who lived there. He knew who frequented that.
That means he into you like that. He's into you. That's good. That's a good thing.
You know, most men can't handle that shit when a woman tells them, you know, if whoever they dated and slept with before. It's an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he knows. I mean, he's heard me talk about this story. He probably even knows where the girl lived when that happened. But yeah, there are no secrets here in the KP house.
That's why y'all always be strong together.
So your question, the answer to your question, KP, is you already knew I did that stuff before I met you.
There you go.
Well,
That's the best way to be, man. Is just to be 100% honest, because then you don't have any surprises coming out later. You know?
Well, I said this to one of my favorite artists before. She disagreed, but I told her, I'm like, we're afraid to be honest with people for a lot of reasons. One, you don't like that backlash. When you're honest with somebody, you know backlash gonna come to you, especially it depends on how you know, honesty, no matter what it is, a lot of people can't take it. That's just what it is. Some people can't take being that honest, so they rather.
But if they can't take it, then it's time for them to move on in.
Well, if they can't take it, they shouldn't ask for it. If you already know that's not something you can handle, like you don't need to know every single thing, don't ask for it if you already know you're going to have a hard time handling it, or you're not going to be able to handle it. Don't ask for it.
Well, we all ask for the truth. That's the thing about it. We all ask for the truth without having to say so. We all want truth in our life. But the problem is, we want something, but that doesn't necessarily mean we deserve to actually hear that or can handle that.
But people be wanting you to apologize for some shit that happened 10 years ago.
That's, to me, I put it to you like that. When it comes to stuff that happened 10 years ago, if it's over, it's over. Let it go.
Right.
You know, I can't
do
beat
think
dead
that.
horses.
I mean, I just think that if you're asking for someone to be honest, then you're letting them know that regardless of what comes out, that's what you want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
That's right.
really big on don't waste my time, don't
Right.
make me live a lie, those kinds of
Mm-hmm.
things, you know, whatever it is. If I'm asking for the honesty, it's because I really want to know, or I'm
Mm-hmm.
Well,
ready for whatever it is.
also perceiving that too. A lot of people have the misconception of perceiving honesty, as far as like if you want to know something and you really do, and you end up they look at your reaction as like, well, I should have never told you. I'm like, well, in certain cases that reaction is a natural reaction, so you just let it ride. At the end of the day, it's gonna be whatever it is.
I
Some
completely
people try
agree.
to control that reaction.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that when you hear what the other person has to say, you're not going to react to it. It doesn't
No.
mean that at all. But you have to, once you hear something, it's like everything else. You have to work through it and process it and file it where it goes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
My thing is, I just have bad patience. You know what I mean? It's like, I've dealt with men that I didn't have issues of a cheating problem. It's just that it was always an issue of authority and want to exact authority over top of me. And it's like, okay, that's fine, but you can't do that when you don't have a job and you're not doing anything for yourself. And here it is. I don't want to be in a position where I'm outranking my man. You know what I mean? Because then it's like he becomes my child. You know what I mean? I'm buying extra groceries because basically you're home all day. You know what I mean? And it's like, but then on top of that, you're going to like try to dictate and order me around. So I'm like, I got a problem with that. So instead of like arguing, which causes wrinkles in the face, I tell you, the first wrinkle I saw was on my forehead dealing with my ex-husband. I was like, oh, got to go. Because I'm not going to allow myself to get old behind somebody. And he'll go out here. See, y'all men, y'all can get women from 19 to 105. See, us
Wait a
women,
minute now.
we
Hold up
can't allow us, we can't allow ourselves to go down and be, go into negative and deal with negative shit because we'll age quicker and our marketing value would depreciate. So a man can end up having anybody he wants. You know what I'm
I
saying?
People should place limits on the stress they're willing to take, and definitely limits on stress, because stress has physiological effects on your body. I
Yes, it
completely
does.
agree with that. You have to have boundaries.
Yes, it does.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I have boundaries. All right. If I'm raising my voice, there's a three-strike rule I have when it comes to raising my voice. I shouldn't have to raise my voice talking to a grown person whatsoever.
All right.
I shouldn't have force to actually raise my voice, or my temper be actually just to the point where I'm like, I don't want to deal with that person at all.
And
If it
what's
gets to that point,
retarded
I'm bouncing.
And what's retarded, I see more people raising their voice than people that want to hear what they have to say. But the ones that don't care about what you're saying, you quiet. You don't say nothing.
I
And they
don't
be the
understand
right
that.
ones that, what I'm saying, they don't care about you. They don't care about what planet you come from. But you, that's fine. But the ones that will challenge you, that's like, what you got to say, how do you feel? It's like, it's like that could be just a simple conversation.
Carlotta, don't
It's
do
kind of
that.
crazy. What?
That's crazy.
Please don't do that again.
That's crazy.
I was
But
like,
hey,
what? I
I
said,
ain't
are
gonna
you
lie though.
indeed?
You sound kind of dope, man. I ought to put you on the record, bro. Just have
Yeah,
you
super.
straight.
It's like all that arguing and stuff. I don't do a lot of arguing because it's like I weigh it off shit. I'm like, do I love you more than what this argument is about?
Well, I
And
feel
to
like there's
me,
to get your point across without having it turn into an argument, and I don't think you have to raise your voice and yell to get your point across, because your approach and your delivery are everything. You can tell a person anything you want, as long as your approach and your delivery are appropriate. Because if they're not, that message is not going to be received the way you want it to be.
But Miss KP, I consider you a straight up nigga. If you can't understand or comprehend the fact that I love you, but I'm having this small little problem or issue with you, then therefore you are a nigga and I can't deal with you.
Yeah, there are some people, no matter how you tell them something, they're not, there are walls built. They're not going to receive any kind of message.
Girl, you gotta holler at half of these dudes nowadays for them to be seem to understand what you talking about. You know what I mean? It's like you gotta holler. You know, if you try to talk all sweet and nice, it's like, you know, they take that as having you in a submissive position. You weak. Just consider them being weak. And next thing you know, to counter that, they'll go out here and cheat on you with somebody that's like, nigga, let me tell you something. Same thing.
Yeah, well,
I've seen that happen a lot.
And I don't have the energy, just to be honest. I've mentioned
Girl, no.
KP and I have both been in previous long-term relationships that were not so. And I don't have the energy. I refuse to put that type of energy I do anymore. It just won't happen again.
That's right.
I'm gonna tell y'all now, the dating pool now, I'm single, so the dating pool is shallow as all hell. It's hard.
You guys got it bad, man. If you guys are not with somebody, you guys got it bad.
I'm not even worried about it. It's to the point right now, if I do actually bump into somebody, it got to be somebody who's not from I know damn well I'm not messing with nobody from my state, but I'm thinking about not messing with nobody in this damn country because it's just that bad. I'm starting to feel like, really? Yeah.
I did that, boo-boo. Let me tell you something. That shit worked. Because when my children, my sons died, he wasn't from Baltimore. He was from Virginia. And my ex-husband, he was from New York. The man that I'm married to now is from Mexico. I refuse to deal with anything from Baltimore. Because Baltimore men are petty. And they lie a lot. And they have mysterious children.
Mysterious? What's
mysterious children?
They pull magic tricks and shit.
Yo, they be having these like down the road children. Like, yo, you get all comfortable with them, and then all of a sudden you be like, yo, who is this? Oh, this is this girl. She said this my baby, but I don't feel as though it's my baby or nothing like that. So that's why I didn't like come at the conversation and tell you this and that. There's always this after fact shit. You could be just telling shit up front.
I felt like, what the hell? That's bad. Y'all pulling children out the hat and shit.
Right.
Well, that's not even fun. I got a magic trick. I'm like, what the? No.
You and a dude been dating for 2 years, and all of a sudden you get phone calls talking about, bitch, let me tell you something. He was over here yesterday, and nah. I'm like, boo-boo, he gonna be over there tonight, too, because you can have this motherfucker. I ain't got time. Who the fuck you think you talking to? An ugly bitch? Hey, girl.
This year.
Yeah. It's damn.
Is that a lighter strike in Carolina?
I'm trying to shit out wet. But I'm saying though, you know, I don't fight over no dudes.
I don't fight over. Well, I'm not gonna fight with nobody, or I'm not fighting over nobody.
That's deep.
I'm not about to argue with you, and I'm not about to look. If you want to actually like go ahead and fuck with some other dude or whatnot, go ahead.
You got girls and guys now, especially guys that think that if you go so far as to fight over them, then that means that's going to prove that you really care for them or some shit. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess I must hate the fuck out your ass because I ain't getting my shit toe up for your ass.
You know what?
Oh, bitch.
There's a bunch of motherfuckers like that in the graveyard and in the prison.
Exactly.
It ain't even worth it.
Like I said, I always say my two favorite places they want you in the system or in the soil. Yeah. I mean, Ice Cube said it good. He said, "Get you in the system, get you in the soil, and your funeral was sponsored by whatever."
Be remembered by a T-shirt. And that's it.
All right.
Fuck. I'm like this. I've had my times with life as far as like dealing with life and death. I'm not about to go over nobody else. Nobody
Nah.
about to put me in the ground because I'm not about to have a heart attack or a stroke. Like I'm not about to
You're
run my
not
citizen
supposed
up.
to.
Why not?
You're not supposed
Heart
to.
attacks and strokes are good for you.
Hell no. I'm 31. Look. The last crazy thing I've been in the hospital for was a damn 108 fever that climbed to 115. That's the last thing
Damn.
I've been in the hospital for. I'm not
115?
trying to.
You could have went to
Yeah,
convulsions.
I fried some brain cells. I had a.
Well, they have your ass sitting in ice water, I hope.
Yeah,
I
you gotta take
almost
an
died.
ice bath for that.
Technically, my heart stopped. My heart stopped twice, from what I was
What was
told.
wrong with you?
I had a tonsillitis in my throat, and I had a fever that was like real bad. I was working in the casino,
Uh,
and
Your ass went
in the
septic,
casino.
buddy.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
I mean, my
uh-huh.
immune system is a lot different from anybody anyway, because I mean, I do have sickle cell. So
Okay.
yeah, so if
Okay.
I get sick, I'm getting sick. So
Mm.
that was the last time, and I realized when I came out that situation, almost dying. I realized first of all, I don't control my life in that way. I can't. So, and on top of that too, I was actually stressed out at that time. I was real stressed out. So it added on to the effect. I had to learn how to do a lot of shit all over, and I was actually dealing with somebody at that time, and
Mhm.
they kind of let me down in a way that I was like, damn, I've been betrayed before, but not like that. So after that
Damn, man,
situation,
like you was in jail or some shit. You was in the hospital, right?
well, I was in the hospital, but it was almost to the point where they didn't give a fuck. So
Uh,
when I realized that and I learned from that, I shook back and was like, okay, fuck you. I'm not about to chase nobody. I'm not about to do no real ridiculous shit or outrageous shit. I'm not about to do that. I'm sorry. If
mhm.
there's no promise, if I don't even say no promise, if there's no guarantee in this situation, well, I know everything is not guaranteed, but if I feel like
Yeah,
if nothing's 100% for me,
yeah.
101% for me in any way, fuck that. You're not about to get my life like that. You're not about to put me in the ground, and I'm damn sure not about to go to jail. I'm too small for that shit. I ain't about to be in there in jail behind no stupid shit. I'm sorry.
You're not supposed to
And,
be.
and especially here in Louisiana, I ain't going to jail for nobody. I'm sorry.
People need to consider their lives much more important than, those that come into it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If this person has the same ideals or the same respect for their own selves, then you might be able to connect. But if it's almost like a show, you know how you're a producer of a show and you gotta like, screen these actors for these roles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, if you look at it like that, it's kind of fun because it's like somebody gets up on your stage and be like, "I can sing," and they be like, "Ah!" It's like, "Oh, bitch, next." You know what I'm saying?
That's
It's
how I
like, you know what I'm saying? It's like much easier if you look at it that way.
yeah, I mean, if anybody comes in my first of all, like I've said this before too, I look at I know every woman is not the same, and I'm not gonna treat every woman
No,
the same. I'm
every
not gonna
man isn't either.
right, and I'm not gonna treat it to the point where it's like, okay, my ex did this to me, so I'm not gonna do it to you like that. I'm not gonna treat you like this. I'm like, everybody's gonna get certain
They just
treatment
do what
until
is due to them, what they have
right.
to earn. They don't give no don't. A lot of people are giving other new relationships the shit that the other person should have got. You
Yeah,
feeding the new person hot dogs, and the older person deserve hot dogs, and then you got steak person, and you feed them hot dogs, and it's like that's mean. That's just evil. That's all out doing.
yeah.
You
I mean,
know,
in a way, you gotta like have a protocol when it comes to that. You have to.
I've
If
been in
not,
situations like that.
well,
I'm like, you want me to call this bitch for you? God damn. For real. Like shit, you getting on my goddamn nerves, shit. I be trying to help you with your bills and shit. Nigga, you bought me a soda, what the fuck?
Wait a minute.
Like
he said it
dementia having motherfucker.
You couldn't even buy me a name brand. You
right.
bought me All-Star Pop.
Right. That's how you can tell when motherfucker's mind ain't right.
You know?
Right. You know, and it's like that's when you can tell somebody ain't over some more other shit. You know, oh no, that's a bit much. See, I always get them crazy niggas. It won't make me different.
See, I'm more of a mental person. I mean, I like physical. Trust me, I'm my ass man. But that's not gonna blind me from the fact that if you open your mouth and say something stupid, I can't kick you to the curb.
Amen. Amen, and a woman too.
Now, see, that's the thing is, I'm not an ass man. I'm a leg man. Something about a woman with some nice legs, and to me, I like skin, and I like when they got nice eyes. And something about them eyes. When they roll over in bed and them eyes look at you, it's like, ugh. You know?
I'm just a face man.
So that's what
a face woman.
You heard me. Man. That's how you know
I like a man with a sexy face.
I complimented a lot of women when I say they got them nice eyes. You know, like I ain't even gonna lie. I done seen a lot of women that been total trash since I've been coming to YouTube doing these things. Where I'm like, God, dog, I could never date you because of your attitude. But you got some sexy ass eyes. I'll tell you that.
That's another thing. I hate to the fact that a woman. I know, Carletta. I know you actually like experienced this with a guy. If you know you are that, and you pretty much treat people like shit, that's open season right there for being like, hey, they go dog her ass out. I personally leave that shit the hell alone. I'm like, nah,
y'all supposed to be dog.
Cause I feel like this.
But these guys are queening these females that ain't shit. You know, females that just blatantly come in your face and tell you what another nigga do and what nigga you ain't and this, that, and the third. And you should see these niggas breaking their damn neck to become what these raggedy ass bitches be wanting to be. That's some crazy shit to me.
That is crazy. that's crazy as all outdoors. I'm looking like, man, no way in hell. I'm sorry.
You got guys that have lost their goddamn mind just because a female gave them oral sex. You know, like, oh, I'm going to pay this bitch bills and shit like that. All because she suck your dick. Whatever happened to a female's standards or qualifications being more than that?
Standards don't exist nowadays. Dating pool, it don't work like that no more. It's to the point where it's like, okay, if I can smash her. I've dated, like I've dated all nationalities and all different races before, and I've never judged everything off of sex. Now, granted, it is required in certain degree. If we dating for a long time and I want to actually go past the point of like mental stimulation, I need we all got needs. We all human beings. We all adults, but I'm not gonna base it on that alone. Now, if you just completely,
but why is you paying her rent because she sucked your dick? I don't get it.
Nah, I'm not gonna do no shit like that. I'm sorry.
Well, that's the shit that's happening right now.
I'm not gonna do no shit like, hey, yeah, you gave me some good head, girl. So you know what? Here, $100, baby. Go ahead, put that on that damn cell phone bill. Yeah.
Right, that's that dumb shit. Like that. Motherfuckers is doing it. It's doing it, and the guys that don't, yo, let me tell you, the guys that don't do it. The females is like looking at y'all side eye like, oh, forget that nigga right there.
They gonna look at me like they Asian. Too bad. I don't give a damn. But I'm gonna tell you like this.
I don't blame you, brother.
If we not together, and I'm in a long-term relationship where I feel like we about to like take that step to the point where it's like it's me and you and holy matrimony. If we not taking that step, I'm not paying for shit. I'm like this. I've done that before, and I can't say I regret it because it's in the past and I learned from it. So it's like I'm gonna go ahead and eat that up. But I've done that before, and I've learned from my mistakes. And I'm like, nah, do that shit unless they actually getting them perks of like, hey,
I respect you for that.
But most dudes who be out there just doing like, man, that hair was good. I gotta put some money on her shit. Like, no. Like, what she did was like minute to the next chick what she could do unless y'all actually like plan to be together for the rest of y'all lives. I'm sorry. I've had a lot of chicks before, and I've had to the point where I've been wild many times. It's like, okay, yeah, great.
But then you've established an institutionalized prostitute. So if you marry somebody like that, next thing you know, you got to be doing this and doing that and doing the same goddamn thing you was doing when she was a girlfriend. Mm-hmm. I know some people living like that now. This nigga don't get to have no fun.
I'm not about to be no damn slave. What the fuck? Really?
Mm-hmm.
I might as well be locked up for no, never mind. Mm-hmm. That's almost the same thing, but then again, that's that. I don't like being in captivity, period. Because if you do that to me to the point where it's like, oh yeah, you can't do this, you can't. Who the fuck are you to tell me I can't do what I? No. Not about to do it. They do got dudes that do it, and I'm tripped out about that too. I'm like, what the hell did she do to you to actually have you locked down to the point where you can't see your boys, you can't see your moms, you can't see your pops?
It's embarrassing.
But you have women that actually are controlling too when it comes to that too. So,
but they can't be allowed unless the man is allowing them to do that.
Yeah, that's that submissive and dominant situation right there.
I think a lot of dudes go through that just to not have a motherfucker to argue with.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's being submissive though.
But you don't let no woman interfere with your children. Like you got kids and shit. You know, you got guys out here that will allow the new woman to determine when they see their children, when they don't see their child. I never understood that shit.
Well, I can say that I've dated, like I said, when I had my youngest mother, she did. It was like every time I dealt with my son, it was like, before, especially like before, it was like if I was dealing with my son, then she would come around.
Mm-hmm.
So
she interfered with the time with your son.
You and my son at the same time, right? And it said she didn't like stop me, but she didn't stop me. But it was like every time my son was around, it was like, well, she wouldn't be around. You know what I mean? So it's like, I dated a chick. I will admit though, I should have stayed with the first girl. I remember her name was Renee, and I mean she treated my son like he was hers. I mean I got plenty of pictures. I even have pictures of now. When he was little, her holding him, and he loved her to death. Like she had a nephew that was my son's age, my oldest son's age, and basically when I would go out, I would tell her to get her nephew, so that way it would be 2 adults and 2 kids, even though the kids, they're so young, they don't really know another kid there. They just laugh and look at each other, you know what I mean? But it's like, somebody your size, your age, it was good. So that way he's not always around. And he was a boy too, another boy. Where my oldest son, he was raised in a house full of women.
Okay.
So, I will admit I was kind of guilty of that myself, because I did sometimes cut down on things I did with my son. I didn't really completely stop, but I did cut down on what I did.
But for black men to easily do that, or carry it like that, would you attribute it to like an issue of slavery? Because remember when the men procreated with the women, but yet still he was sold off. He didn't have a chance to bond with his children. Do you think that way is still existing today?
Right.
Like I don't have kids, so I can empathize with y'all when it comes to that.
It seems like it's nothing for a man to break up with a female and just totally forget about the kid. And the children didn't ask to be here. Regardless.
Hey, Carlotta, I can barely hear you.
Yeah, you're real low.
She sounded like she faded into darkness.
Right.
Yeah,
she did.
I'll let it just fade away. I'm going away.
Darkness.
She's coming back, ladies and gentlemen.
She's on her way back to the mothership.
I'm not trying to give excuses, you know what I'm saying? My thing is, I be trying to understand people. You know what I mean? I don't think
Out.
is being fucked up. You know what I mean?
You breaking up? Is it me? Or is that them? I can't hear anything they're saying.
I barely can hear what she's saying.
Yeah, okay, I can hear you fine, so it must be them.
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
You're very low.
I can hear you,
it
but
sounds
you're
like
very
you in the
low.
background and you got some condenser mics or something like that. It sounds like you way in the back.
Yeah.
Nobody put a sock over your mouth or something? What happened? I didn't say it, you did.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi rape your cat. But anyway,
You're probably going to have to drop out and come back in.
Yeah, drop out and come back in.
Damn it, man.
Can you hear me now?
No, nigga, we can't hear you.
Very little. It's like, leave and come back, Carletta. Just leave and come right back, girl. We ain't gonna throw you to the wolves in that short little time, okay?
Can you hear me? Nah, nigga, we can't. Shit.
All right.
Damn, really?
Right.
And she's steady talking. Drop out, come back.
Yeah, drop out, come back. We're not going to
feel like she's going through high school
get
right
rid
now.
of you. You can still come back, girl. You can still go back, girl. We're not going to get rid of you.
I can drop out anytime I want to.
Right, she can. I just got another message. Oh my, I swear to God, motherfuckers can't stop. I said, remember I said, we said we taking a high road, but I see why motherfuckers. Ooh, I got another message. Thank you guys. Well, go ahead, back to what we were talking about. Call letter to leave and come back.
So, Dre, when we were talking just a minute ago about when you were seeing that, when you were talking a minute ago about when you were seeing that woman and you felt like you.
What the fuck is that?
I have no idea. It sounds like a tape skipping.
Right. Go ahead. Are you guys in the same room? Because sometimes if
no.
you and some of us are going in the same room, or if y'all not wearing headphones, you can hear the feedback from the other mic coming through the other speakers.
Nah, she in a different room. I got headphones on out here.
Yeah, okay.
Is it okay now?
Yep, now it is.
Oh, okay. We were talking a minute ago about when you were seeing that woman and that you felt like you sacrificed some, a few things with your son. That's what happens, when you have kids and you start to see other people or see people, but you talked about doing things that involve both the kids, and when you mix or you bring someone into the mix between you and your kid, I mean, you just have to do that bit of wiggling around a little bit to kind of adjust to how it would be.
Right.
So it's not really that you're neglecting your kid, but then of course you would have to share time with your partner too. So.
Right.
It's all about a balance. But
yeah.
They do have women who just don't like dealing with the other woman's child. I've like met women who actually did that before. They were like, I can't deal with nobody who got kids. But in front of the kid, in front of that man, they all gung ho and all happy and whatnot. But they'll throw some little slick shit in there to make you not deal with your child in certain ways.
Say, like when I met KP and asked him,
what the fuck is wrong with your shit?
KP over here got me cracking up, right? He be snapping, man.
Okay, how about that? Is that better?
Yeah.
Do you got the tablet and your phone next to each other?
No, I mean, I'm on the tablet now. I was on my phone, but my phone's charging, so I'm on the tablet. So maybe it's the tablet itself. I don't know.
Now, like if
like
the
you're trying
phone
to
is still
DJ some
connected
shit.
and the cabinet is connected to your thing, sometimes like they're both on. Sometimes you'll get the squeak. Because like if you ever notice like sometime when we like before we start a show you hear the squeak on my end because
Yeah.
I'm using another computer because on my main machine on my good machine that can run the show the camera's busted so I can't use the camera so I use a tablet actually to do the camera
So how
so that basically you see the footage from the tablet.
is
That's
it
why
okay
if you
right
ever
now?
notice there's always two of me in the chat room.
Is it all right now?
It sounded bad for a second but it seemed like it cleared up.
Other than
Well,
that, just put some headphones on.
Right.
so when I met KP, you know,
All
we
right,
were
I'm done.
KP. I said, at least we know like that is. You and your wife joke around, so that's good.
I'll just save that point.
Y'all a trip.
Hey, man, that goes to show. See, that's why I said is, why can't I find a good down-to-earth woman? I'm to the point like that when it comes to the relationship shit-wise. I wish that they say, okay, well, wait a minute. So I wish that women out there would say, well, wait a minute. We know this woman out here. She's a good stand-up dude and all like this, but she can't find a good dude. And then she meets some of my friends and say, wait a minute, we know this dude out here, a good stand-up dude, and we'll work on a relationship together. I don't really give a fuck what you look like as long as you can sit here and do some fucking work. No, let me take that back. I ain't gonna say I don't give a fuck.
I was about to say, I'm like, wait a minute now. Like, hold up, wait. We can't just say that now and just be like, not me.
I'll try to take it in, long as you can get it up. How's that?
Oh my goodness.
You get tired of all. I mean, feel like this. You get tired of all the bullshit, you know.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm still young, but at the same time, I'm also paranoid as well with that shit. I hold everything. I have standards at a high. Yeah, I do have high standards, but they aren't unrealistic. It's to the point where, but they're simple. I just want somebody who's faithful. There's a difference between loyal and faithful. A dog is loyal, but not faithful necessarily.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with having standards set for yourself, because if you have standards, then you're not going to settle for anything.
Right, and that's pretty much why I've been single for so long.
And that's okay, because then when you find somebody, it'll be somebody of quality, you know?
Right. And then on top of that, right now I'm actually like building my business up. So if I end up building that shit by myself and the success comes, when the success comes, and then all of a sudden I know how women are when it comes to they seeing a successful man, they see dollar sign. Hell to the no. We not about to do that. Cause I'm sorry, Andre, you can laugh, but you know I'm telling the truth. You're not about to tear me down. You're not about to like, oh, I'm in love with you and have me on head over heels, and all of a sudden you end up divorcing me, taking my shit, and I'm paying alimony. Fuck that! I'm about to go to jail for real. My ass about to go in the dirt. I'm not about to put myself in that position. So I'm real careful about who I'm dealing with. It's like I don't deal with women like talking about on a regular anyway. I'm pretty much too busy trying to handle my own shit. I don't have time to. When I do, I can actually spare the time of what I'm doing and then invest that time in, in somebody else. But until that time comes, I'm not really worried about it. I do question myself to the point of like, damn, is this shit really for me at this moment? Because I've been through a lot in relationships. I mean, I may not, just because I'm 31, it doesn't seem like, oh, you've been through a lot, but I have. I don't look at it as far as like, oh, well, my age, but technically being with somebody for like 5 to 6 years, that's a long time in anybody's life. That's 5 or 6 years you cannot get back. So it's like.
And what you said when you said you had to really think about if you were ready for that. Like when I met KP, I remember thinking, I mean, things moved along really quick for us, but I remember having that moment thinking, am I really ready for all this right now? Because I got to tell you, I mean, you guys are a lot of work.
I mean, okay, I can admit sometimes I can push the envelope, and I know how I am.
Like And it's that way for a guy or a girl.
That
It's
motherfucking
like
microphone of yours is a lot of work.
There you go. There you
Well,
go.
look, as we take that moment right now, look, we want you guys to like, share, subscribe, and donate to actually Submissive so we can get her new microphone over here.
And
Look,
Andre
we're
adds
going
on
to
to
sit up
that
here and
point.
set up a little Christmas fun page to where she can go down to CVS and get her a set of headphones. They only $15.
Why not Walmart? Why you gotta go to CVS?
Hey, I figure there's one on every corner. Could be Walgreens shit.
Hey, I mean, I can't knock that. I go to Walmart for my shit. All I need is some Sony headphones, baby.
I go to Bigger Lots.
is it okay right now?
Yeah.
I don't hear no DJ scratching on your mic.
Okay. Well, it just seems like it can be that way for a guy or a girl. So if you're doing it right, if you're taking care of your house right as a woman or taking care of your house right as a guy, it is a lot of work. So if you're like, I was single for a few years and then I met KP, it's like, okay, am I ready for all this again? You know,
Right.
you have to think about that.
Yeah, I do think about that. Another thing I realized about myself is that I was with somebody for like 2 months. I don't consider that a relationship. I consider that a theory for a lot of reasons. Because the first month was good. The second month was just like, no, you got to go. But I do realize out of that 2-month theory, the fact that if I'm not, I can tell if I'm actually really into somebody, because it'll start to the point where I'm only locked on to that person. My interest was going other places, not other people, just other places. As far as like I was thinking about other things and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, I understand in certain instances where you're supposed to be like that, but not to a crazy extent to the point where it's like when I'm with her, I feel like I'm by my damn self. And it was just like it was like that. It was like the first month it didn't feel like that. The second month it was like, oh hell no. Why do I feel like I'm by myself in this situation? So I haven't the last time I felt like it was me and that person was, I want to say about 3-4 years ago. And that's a long ass time. So I mean, I don't with me. I know it's all about compatibility with me also, because most people just take, hey, I like you, you like me, okay, yeah, but are y'all compatible? That's the problem, and that's how a lot of like relationships and partnerships fail. It's to the point where it's like they don't look at, are you compatible for me? Or do you actually like fit my mind, my body, my spirit all in one? Are we, evenly yoked in that fashion? Are we, to the point where you're my piece? Because that's another thing too. I realize as men, we take on a lot of stress, and I don't think women understand this at all. And I'm gonna say this right now, fellas. Tell me if I'm lying. In the world, we do take a lot of stress. We can take all the shit in the world, but when it comes to that one woman, we want that woman to be our peace. We want that one woman to be our peace, to actually just be calm our mind from the world. That's what I want. And when women don't do that, it's like if I come home, that's why a lot of dudes don't come home, because they don't get any peace. And when we come home and it's already war outside of these walls, but when I come home and I don't get that peace when I walk inside these walls, it'll be like, oh hell no, we'll kick you to the curb quick. So I mean that's another case that a lot of women don't understand either. It's like we want peace. I can get another woman just like that, but I ain't gonna get another mind. I need peace of mind. If I can't get peace of mind I'm gonna have peace of mind with myself, but I also need that peace from that lady. And I don't think women understand that or even care to understand. I don't think some women care at all. They just only care about them. They have some selfish ass women in the world that just be like, fuck you, motherfucker. I'm only worried about me. Me, and me. And this is all about me. This relationship is revolved around me. And I'm like, nah. So I definitely watch out for that shit too.
Well, I've seen a lot. I mean, but society too has told the women that technically, it should be more about them. I mean, we need to put them on a pedestal, this, that, and the other. I mean, like, here's a question for like, well, I guess Carlisle's gone, but for the women that's married, like you, Miss KP, haven't you been told that you should be on the pedestal and you need to be treated like you the shit by your other female friends?
Oh Lord.
Are you saying have my friends told me that my guy should treat me like I'm on a
Yeah.
pedestal?
Like, have you ever heard that from other female friends? Like saying, right.
I've heard people say that. Not necessarily my friends. My friends never made me, like I said, I was in a different relationship that wasn't so great, and so I heard the things, nobody deserves to live like that, or you deserve good. And when I met KP, everybody was happy because they just would say things like, you deserve to have, you deserve to have someone treat you right.
Right.
But I never really heard the pedestal thing. Personally,
You're a lucky one. You're a lucky one, because I've heard that before, as far as like putting a woman on the pedestal, and it's like, okay, granted, every woman whoever you plan on making your wife should be your queen. I understand that, but it should be on the other end too. It's like you should treat him like he a king. And I do get the fact that some women don't deserve that title, some men don't deserve that title, but society likes to throw up these labels and feel entitled to these labels. And I'm like, who raised you? What type of dumbassery is that? It's like, just because it's out there in the world doesn't necessarily mean it's yours. Like, talking about, that title doesn't. You might not even like need that damn title. It might not be for you at all. Some people aren't even worthy to even be somebody's queen or king. But society actually like throws that out there. It's like, well, you should treat this woman like she fucking out here. She out here fucking for money. What the fuck? Really? Like, seriously? Like, nigga, come on, man. Really? Like, nah, but these society just makes me scratch my head when it comes to that. It's like, nah. I don't buy that shit. And I damn sure ain't with that PC culture. Not about to have it.
Hey, Jack Johnson.
How you doing? Lethal? What's going on?
What's happening?
Thanks for stopping by.
Alright, hold on, let me see. Alright, I got my Bluetooth going. What's our topic tonight, people? I'm sorry I got on pretty late.
Free for all.
This is an open free for all. We just talk, right now we were just hitting on relationships and how we should, be treating on each other. But I mean, it's a free for all. Talk about anything positive.
Oh shit, damn, I missed the good part. I was just actually, yeah, because I was just talking, to my significant other about our situation. That's why it's kind of funny when I come in. I just like, oh shit, this is the topic at hand right now, or what I just caught the tail end of.
You right on time, actually.
All right. What's up, Truya, Dre? Who else we got here? KP,
What up,
Slacks. What's up, brother? Carlotta, Leslie.
What's up, Lethal?
Cooling like it ain't nothing, man. I'm up here chilling like a villain who ain't killing for 30 decades. Can you dig it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Why is this nigga doing that? No, but
oh my
y'all see Slacks, right? He on that bullshit.
Y'all true, man.
You know what, man? I'm gonna tell you something. The good thing. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, man. That's the good thing that I like about this panel, is the fact that we can actually come together, man. Laugh, crack jokes, crack each other up. You know, because it's good, dude. Because I think a lot of times we get so caught up in being so aggressive and nasty.
All right,
You got a
Carletta.
paper bag going on.
Mute your mic. Sound
You
like
got a paper
you
bag
in
going
here
on.
with
It's that cigarette wrapper.
and shit.
Oh, okay.
Got the wax paper and shit.
I was trying to figure that out. I was like confused. Like, who got a
Carletta
paper
wrapping
bag?
gifts for Christmas already. Look, motherfucker, it ain't Christmas yet.
Right.
Hell
Nigga, we ain't even
Yeah,
in
right
September
now, so
yet.
it's kind of unfair to even say anything because I know Carletta is
And I
normally
was gonna
like,
buy y'all something too, see, that's what I
Oh, I
thought.
want something. See, like I said. And on
oh,
that note right
snap.
there, you don't have to buy me
Damn,
nothing.
Dre.
Listen, you don't have to buy me nothing, Carletta. Look,
Drink
see that
first.
down there at the
Drake got
bottom?
half.
Like a second.
Please like, share, subscribe, click that donate button. There you go. Click that donate button. You don't have to buy me anything, Carletta.
Dre got happy.
Another donation came in. I want to say thank you, Chris, a.k.a. Les.
Dre was like, oh yeah, I'm about to get you something. Oh yeah, I need that, my life. I need it. Give it to me. Like, really?
All right.
Like, man, they got the new Nintendo coming out, bro.
Oh shit.
Or maybe
Oh,
she got
shit.
that plastic Jiffy Pop bag.
Oh man, she got it all there. The clear one.
Yep, the clear one.
Where you know that motherfucker be getting holes in it and you can't find the bitch.
Let me this is because I see, myself, I'm a musician. We got two other ones on here, and we got some music heads here. So this is what I wanted to since this is a free fall, I don't want to get into it. I wanted to actually speak ask us something collectively. Now, do you think if we were able to put our egos aside, do you think by any chance that we can actually have our own entities going on where we can be? I know it'll take a lot to be a force like the people who run the industry.
Right.
But do you think that we can actually, since we have the technology, we have the technology, we have the brains, but if we can put the egos and the pride aside, and do you think us as black people, not just us three in particular, but just the music community of independent artists, can actually collectively create some type of platform where we can actually be in a competitive state with those people? So
Hell no.
Okay, and why do you say that, Stacks?
Hell no.
Cause niggas
I
is
know it's a
ignorant.
lot of politics. Right, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's true. This nigga, man. That's true. But what I'm saying is, okay, and we've already established that many times before. But what I'm saying, if we had like-minded people,
If we had like-minded people,
like if we had like-minded people with the same goal, not just like, oh, I don't want this nigga to get bigger than me and no shit. We just, you had a small community of people, and it just grew based off of that, and people see like, damn,
I believe it could happen. I mean, with like-minded people, yeah, it can definitely happen. Now, if we talking about as far as like Slack, I knew what Slacks kind of meant. Since you actually like broadened it out, I know what Slacks meant. It's like as far as like having niggas in that bitch, no, it's not gonna work. There's a difference between black people and niggas, and we all know that. So if we have niggas to the mix, it's not gonna work. But if we have just like-minded black people, it'll work. It'll work out because it's to the point. It's like, okay, we all trying to get up there. We all trying to get to the top. We all trying to do what we can do to actually succeed in this business. I believe it can be to the point where we can make it a global entity. It can happen, but it has to be to the point where everybody's on one accord in order for that to happen. And in the music industry, we already know, as far as like in the music industry, when it comes to it's a small ass circle and information can fly like that. So if you know something, it can be passed on like that.
Right.
But we also know how ideas can be swiped. I mean, ideas are ideas. Ideas are meant to be like used. But you also have some of those who actually like have ideas and don't want to share them because of certain reasons, or they feel like they might get like stiffed in on those ideas. So it all has to come down to complete trust and respect out of that situation too. So it's a possibility. I mean, I can't say anything as far as like in absolute because I mean it's still up in the air. I mean you basically throwing it out as a theory. So I mean it's a possibility, and with possibilities there can be something that's absolute out of a possibility. So
yeah. I mean it's just been a thing on my mind for the longest because I'm like, damn, you know, and that's what's so fucked up about us. We kind of section off and do our own thing. We got our own cliques, our own entourages. And sometimes you can't even bring all of that into the fold because shit starts to clash, you know? Because, I mean, you might have people of different gangs in the same place, and that might bring some tension and shit, like things of that nature, you know? So there's a lot of, that's what's so weird because what I noticed, like, for example, when, like in Chicago, for example, that's where I'm from, but I live in Houston. Right. Now, I'm gonna tell you, like when I'm a person, I love music. Just like when I never heard none of your stuff, Slacks. I told you when you get a chance, send me your SoundCloud so I can check you out. But me and you, what's your name? A true. A train.
Really, KP? Hey, you couldn't wait to say that. He was waiting for that, boy. I'll tell you.
No, but like, think about it. Like, I mean, like, okay, I just reached out to you one day. What was that? Yesterday, and I'm just like, man, because I was looking at that playback when we was talking about the simp songs and how everybody was like laughing and you know just speaking their mind and shit, and I was like, okay, this cat, he does music, and I reached out to you, and I'm like, yo, man, let me check some of your shit out. And I heard some of your stuff, and I'm like, okay, this dude is, you know, got his own little thing. Because, of course, with me, when I hear, like, Baton Rouge artists or Louisiana artists, I automatically assume that it's, you know, they use a lot of live instrumentation and stuff like that, brass and, you know, shit like that. So, you know, when I hear you, and then I'm like, okay, this dude got his own little thing. I can dig it. You know what I mean? Because it kind of reminded me, not that you sound like, but you know, like how Jay Electronica is a dope artist,
right?
But he's from the South, but he kind of has a flow like an East Coast dude. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it's too bad that he don't really. He's not consistent enough where he can get himself out there like he wants, because he got the platform to do it.
Who'd you say? Right. You said who?
Jay Electronica.
Oh man, shit.
I mean, it's like my style is basically I've come up with my own style and my own sound. So I base everything off poetry. All my stuff, because I don't consider myself an MC. I don't consider myself a rapper. I don't fit in to be that. You know, I know basically my style is off progressive and aggressive poetry, which I call it. So I like to the point where everything changes up at a pace. As far as like my thoughts, the emotion, all change up. I can have multiple styles to the point where you can never tell it's me. My voice changes. And then on top of that, I add different genres in, and I mix it in and blend it in together and created that sound. So it's extremely different from Baton Rouge, like the normal Baton Rouge sound.
Yeah.
Okay, let me say something. For some niggas or black people or African Americans to come together and form some type of separate industry, that's going to be extremely hard to do. Because niggas are not only ignorant, they're also lazy. And if you can't find a team that's going to match that ambition, Once y'all hit a certain mark, the certain people in that team gonna feel comfortable at, they ain't gonna keep pushing to go higher.
Right. I can understand that because it's just me and my brother running our label. We run the label together, but we also have the same damn drive and have the same vision of where we trying to go. We've been doing this for a long time, and it's to the fact that right now we got our just due last year as far as like to break in the industry and people know what the hell we doing.
Right.
This year is based on execution and funding, but when we work and then on top of that, working with your own kind, it comes out to be sometimes the most annoying situations because it's empty promises. And I know Lethal, you dealt with that before. Slacks, I know you dealt with that before, where like it comes to the point where, oh yeah, man, we gonna do this. All right, man, I'm down for it. I'm ready. And all of a sudden it comes to a no-show situation and be like, really? No, I wasted my time with your ass. Whereas,
I had a situation like that.
Yeah. It's like as doing it for a long time, you'll bump into that shit. But I tell you what, though, when it comes to other races, they'll help your ass out quicker in this industry than when it comes to your own kind. I tell you that. That's true.
Yeah.
You know what's so crazy?
That.
You know what's so crazy? It's funny you mention that because, like, you heard my stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you notice like. What I do, this is why, what I like that some of that shit that you heard on there, you know, people here be like, damn, nigga, this is some left field shit.
It's dope though. I liked it.
But you know what I mean? But it's different because that's what I was always daring on. It's like, okay, I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. I want to do something because I feel like people sometimes get scared to like really like jump out there. So they'll be like, okay, fuck, I'm going to try to conform to what's popping right now instead of like taking that risk and going left field, you know, because somebody might hear that shit and be like, yo, and the thing is, the power of the internet is a motherfucker. Because
it really is.
If you put something out there, man, because Facebook is like a great place for something to go viral. You share that you put that shit out there, somebody on your list or your friends list see the shit, then you got 20, 30, 40, 50 million motherfuckers, and it's constantly being shared, you know, and then now that shit's coming back to you. That you know, people coming back to fuck with you like, yo, this is cool. And that's what I liked about, like, when we was talking about the whole contradiction thing the other day with Tupac. Now, the crazy thing is when I was a kid, when I was younger, you know what I mean, I used to always, you know, be interested in on a more hardcore side of things. And my stepdad used to be one to tell me, like, look, you have to have some versatility. And he always referenced Tupac because Tupac was a versatile artist.
Right.
But like you say, a lot of times there was contradictions. And I remember I got into debates with people over this because they'd be like, oh, he made a song called Keep Your Head Up. Then he made a song called I Wonder Why They Call You Bitch. Then he make a song about this, and then he'll make a song about killing Biggie and fucking his wife, you know? And so...
Wait, yeah, I dig what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? Like, people, I mean, these are the discussions. This is what people would say in regards to that. You know, like, yo, you know, this and that. So what I try to do with my versatility, because that was I ain't gonna lie, man, that was a song that I wrote a long time ago. But I will never release it. And this is why. Because at the time when I did this song, this was based off of a person that I was dating at the time. It wasn't a love song to them, but it was because they were, you know, they were damaged goods. You see what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, I didn't even realize this was such an issue like that. You know, it didn't make sense to me. And so I made a song because I was like, I think people can actually relate to this. But then it would have probably came off a little simpish because, of course, as I got older, I'm like, it's hard for me to really, like, feel sorry for a lot of these people to get themselves in fucked up situations. So that's why I would never release it. Because, it's kind of, it contradicts what I stand for now in that regard, because I noticed a lot of people, I was doing it in defense, like, to open people's eyes, but then I was like, no, so when I do my versatility, it's in a different form. Like when you heard the stuff you heard on Reverb Nation, you heard the horrorcore stuff, the left field crazy shit. Then you heard like the joint, the Past Detroit joint. Then you heard the hip hop student joint, where So I do that because my influences is like more well rounded.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's my versatility these days. Is that like the club bangers? It's hard for me to do that shit because I don't go to the club. So it's hard for me to like really do something to appeal to that crowd. But I know like once you get, usually if you get that market going, it can actually help your shit get some legs. Like if you got a dope song, but for nowadays it seems like you got to do some dumb shit, and it's hard for me to write some shit that don't make sense.
Right.
It's hard for me to like go in the studio and just like be all like and have a dope ass beat behind it and just be like, oh yeah, I'm finna put that shit out. I wouldn't be good with myself on that because you like you seem like a guy with artistic integrity. You understand what I'm saying? The fuck? Did I lose? Is he still there?
Yeah, I had to come back. My bad. My shit actually was tripped out on me. I probably missed a whole important part of the damn conversation.
No, I was just saying, like, you seem like a guy with an artistic integrity. Like, it's just certain things you won't do because that's just not your thing.
Yeah, I'm stubborn as all hell when it comes to artistic vision. I am real stubborn. It's like, to be honest with you, it takes me a while to work on something big. Like if you want me to work on something, give me a deadline, I'm concentrating on that. So if I'm working on my own project, it's gonna take me a while because I want it in a certain order, I want it in a certain format. I have a certain philosophy of how I deal with my music and how I deal with the lyrics. I pretty much the way I create my stuff is music first, lyrics second. I take a lot of time on the music because I'm trying to build that soundtrack and build that painting as far as like what I feel is how it sounds. So if it sounds off and odd and whatnot and confused, that's exactly how you're gonna feel. That's exactly how you're gonna perceive it. Whereas when I'm writing the lyrics, I can do anything and interchange it, but it's go actually cater to it's go help the production even more. Whereas if I'm doing a 16 for you and you want me to do a 16 for a song about a certain issue, a certain topic or whatnot, I'm going to take that same amount of energy I have for that and put it in that. I'm going to actually do what I can do. I'm going to give you 110% every time. If I feel like I didn't do that verse right, I'm going to do it over as many takes as it takes. I can stay working on the song for just one song for a month, which I have done before. I'm that tiki when it comes to me. I'm a perfectionist, and I'm OCD, so it's actually it drives me crazy when I can't get something right. Man. So and I'm real honest when it comes to it. So if it's bad, I'm gonna tell you if it's bad. I'm not one of those dudes that be like, you know what, just to satisfy your ego or not. I'm gonna tell you straight up, like, nah, you need to do that over, son. That was nah. So
yeah. I respect that. Now, check this out. Since we got a lot of guys on the panel, Dre, if you don't mind me, since we're talking about music and hip-hop, I'm going to go down this panel and see. I'm going to start with myself, and I'm going to go from right to left, if you don't mind.
No problem. It's free fall.
I want to just see where everybody's tastes are as far as hip-hop. Is everybody on this panel listen to rap or had an all-time, like, top 5?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna start with myself with my top 5.
Madame.
Oh, shit. I can't do that. Cause he's number 3.
He did that. That was a shot at me. That's what he's talking about.
Oh, cause honestly,
that was a shot at me. Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
cause
just for that, how do you ban somebody? No, I'm just
Hey, I second that motion, Andre.
let me see. Let me look up how to ban somebody from.
I got other accounts.
Look at this, man. You would have been better off calling my mom a hoe.
Damn. That's some cold-blooded shit.
You don't love your mama black.
I know that.
Right.
Actually, my mama high yellow. No, for real.
Somebody
Damn,
used
my
that
mama
on me too.
caramel then with a little chocolate twist.
I need to show you a picture of example. My mom sitting there and said I must have hated her as a child because I've only dated one woman that looked like her when I was, since I've been dating. Where
Did you regret it?
I date like short, thick women, and people say me and my grandmother were real close. So people say he date women like his grandma.
But isn't that the whole point? Like, why would you want to date someone that looks like your mom? So when you go to sleep with that person, you don't want to imagine your mom.
Hell no.
I can't do that. I can't do that.
But here's the question: does your wife any characteristics that resemble your mom? What about you two, KP? What about your wife?
No, my wife looks nothing like my mom. Thank God.
What about you, KP?
What's the question? I'm sorry.
Does your wife have any characteristics that kind of remind you of your mom?
Characteristics that remind me of my mother. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's 50% of the people on our panel.
Oh, well, the only characteristic my wife has that my mom has is natural hair. That'd probably be it.
I think the characteristics, well, I'm not married, but the characteristics that my girlfriend has to my mom will probably be the fact that she cooks and she's left-handed. That's about it.
Well, the cooking, yes, I agree with the cooking, but my wife has a very big sense of family. And my mom is the same way. She loves to keep her kids close.
Wow. That means your mother is out of her right mind.
Well, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't really want to date somebody that was like my mom. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I don't think anybody would, really.
I know, that's weird, man.
That's incestuous.
That went over your head.
Right.
I said,
I avoid my mother's zodiac.
Hey, Letha, did you get that play on where I said that shows that your mother is out of her right mind.
Yeah, I heard that shit.
You know what that means, don't it?
Left hand.
Left hand.
Yeah.
Right mind.
Right mind.
Yeah, I get
Great.
it. I probably. So okay, so I'm gonna do the top five. My top five would be Pac, Big, Eminem, Nas, and Jadakiss. Those would be my top five. And what about you?
Okay.
That true?
My top five.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excluding Pac and Big out of that. I'm excluding Big for real out of that because, for one, I don't think Big should be in anybody's top five because he didn't have enough work to actually put down. So it's like you can't really put him. It's not enough body of work for me to actually be like, okay. Granted, he created two of the greatest hip hop albums of all time. I'll give you that. But I can't put him in the top five, even though he is an influence of mine. I can't put him in there. But I am going to put, and this is not in any particular order. Let's see. DMX goes in it. Who else? Nas definitely goes in it. M goes in it. Shit. Who else? I want to put Tech Nine in there. Who else I can say goes in?
Magoo.
Oh man, it's kind of hard to even put that last one in there. Who the fuck did I say it goes in that damn spot? Do I want to put Scarface in there? It's damn.
Ooh,
it's because I'm looking at Scarface and I'm looking at Guru to go in. So
Oh shit.
it's gonna be a tie between those two.
Did you just bring out
Man.
Gangstar?
Yeah.
I love Guru,
Hell yeah.
man.
Wow.
Hell yeah. I'll put them in there. Let's go in my they go tie out. So yeah, that's my top 5 right there.
Alright.
It's a different top 5.
See where? Here's the question: all these men out here with the good wives, they ain't got no sisters y'all can hook me up with?
Andre, put that out there quick.
Look, I don't want to look. I'm lazy. I will admit, I don't want to look anymore. I've been single for over a year. I stopped dating. I don't want to look anymore. Or is that just lazy? But going back to your top 5.
Man, lead the country, bro. Go ahead and lead the country one time.
Man. I'm tired of looking. I don't want to look.
No, I'm gonna tell you why.
Take your ass to Brazil.
Andre, I'm gonna tell you this. Go to Germany, bro. Go to Germany.
I can't leave the state. I owe too much child support. I mean, I can't leave the country. The motherfuckers be like, look.
No.
Motherfuckers be like,
freeze. So.
I'd probably be the only motherfucker get shot over child support. Be like, wait a minute, I knew that nigga. What are you talking about? That's the host of that show that used to come on the internet.
Man, just go out there for a little bit. Go to Germany for a little bit. I guarantee you.
I told you what, y'all gonna sneak. I had to get in your bag or something.
Hey man,
the X-rays.
Man, get your mail order right, man.
You don't need no visa as long as you got a passport.
I can't get a passport.
Get a passport with child support.
Really?
No sir.
Damn. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, they revoke your shit for that, man.
Damn, son. Oh hell no. Damn, that's some real captivity shit, bro. I lose my motherfucking mind if I need to travel. I understood before why dudes was like shooting up shit before, but now I can really, really understand and empathize to the point if Andre snapped one day and decided to shoot motherfuckers up at the damn child support office, I'm not even gonna be mad at that. He does some fucked up shit to say, but it's still to the point I'm like, damn, that's some real captivity shit. You ain't about to hold me back in this motherfucker for, oh, hell no. Oh, no. Somebody got to go.
Well, I talked about
Drake gonna end up with an older woman.
I think it was like last week we talked about child support. It's a fucked up system, man.
Damn.
But anyway,
I didn't know that. Yeah, that shit is scary.
Oh, that's what I said. I make my cup of coffee, but yeah, that's true.
That's the trap.
Yeah, churro.
One as hell.
You can't do none of that shit. Like literally, you know how many motherfuckers been where they say you get married to a woman and y'all got to go, y'all going out of town on your honeymoon. It's so many motherfuckers who have they've been about to go and leave the airport and then they find out at the last minute they passport revoked.
Damn.
Where if you even say it's been times where the women have done that shit as they hear that the person's getting engaged. You've had a passport already and then you find out your shit revoked when you're about to go out of town.
That's fucked up.
Because they'd be like, oh, well, too bad. You can't go out of town. It ain't our fault you couldn't get on the plane. So you.
But Drake get with a woman that's a homebody.
Hey, shit, how do you pronounce your name? Atreyu? Atreyu. Get an easier fucking name.
Hey, man. Check
this out. Check this out. You have a car?
Yeah.
If you owe child support, they can put a lien on your fucking car.
Yeah, I still can.
What?
You lying. What?
Yes.
That's true. They sent me paperwork for mine to ask they wanted any asset that I own over $400.
That's some bullshit.
Literally.
So even though you done paid your car out, you still got to pay child support.
Oh, fuck that.
Asset you owe more than $400, it can come after.
That's why I be telling y'all.
What if you up on your payments? What if you up on your payments?
Don't mean listen to this. It's been motherfuckers that say this is what happens. It's plenty of people that I know. They have had say you paying and you behind, but they say that the maximum amount they're allowed to take out your check per state, like Ohio, is 65%. So they can take 65% of your income to catch, until you catch up. So like once you get behind, they can just hit you for 65% all the time. So like say you make $100, they take 65. So what they do is that. So say you have out of everything, say your check was $1,000 and they took it down to $350, right? So you deposit the $290 something you get after everything in the bank, right? Okay. If they got you flagged too, the bank account will say, oh well, wait a minute, and they can hit your bank account and take the other two too. There's been times where that's happened to people. Like it's been people, they put their money in the bank to write their rent check, and then because you got to write a check for your rent, and they say, well, fine, you took $800 something from me this month, and they put the money in the bank account so they can write a check, and then they take that too, and their rent check bounce.
Do you think they made these laws to anticipate that there were going to be more black men in the system?
They just I hate to say the women people, the people they voted for, put them laws through.
I mean, if you think about it, when it was set up, it was actually made for white men.
Right.
And now black women just got on board and just start fucking every black man they can with the system.
Right, because the system is, it's set to screw you.
Yeah.
And what's so bad, they can literally, like I told you with my case, I got hurt on the job. They consider that a lump sum. So basically, I went through all these months of not working. So they give me all my back pay, right? Instead of them taking 65% of the money, right? They took all of it. So I'm up here like, well, wait a minute. They're supposed to give me back pay for all this time that I'm off of work. So what am I going to do with all these loans I took out from family members and all that? Well, that's considered a lump sum, so we're going to take it off. I said, I can see if you took 65% of the lump sum and left me with something. No, that's considered a lump sum. It's been times where this is what happened. Child support knew that I'm supposed to take X amount. They're supposed to take X amount of dollars out of my workers' comp check.
You better start using baggies for
workers' comp, and they were supposed to give me another division on how much I was worked on for me taking this bullshit job, and they were going to give me the difference. So child support said, well, wait a minute, you're getting another check. We're just going to take all our money out of your check that you get every week. Workers' comp had a mistake. They didn't pay me for like 6 months. So literally, I had to go get a lawyer to fight workers' comp to pay me the difference that they owe me. So even though child support took all the money from the other check because they said that I was getting another check, so they figured that as soon as workers' comp said, oh, we made a mistake, we'll cut you a check for that, the money we owe you that we should have been paying you while you was paying child support took that check too. So basically, you got the 65% of that one, and you took the 100% of that one. So, I mean, it's like once you're in the system, you fucked, man.
Y'all better start using
literally,
bags.
I ain't even gonna lie. It does not bother me when I hear a person go off, even though it's bad to say that. And when I hear when these fathers go off and they just go ahead and kick the bitch before the second trimester, never have to worry about me saying, "Oh, he was wrong."
Oh hell no!
Because this is each one of my kids. I ain't even gonna lie. Each one of my kids, I told them I was not ready to be a father. Didn't mean shit. She said, "I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do." So what can you do?
But they gonna love you in your old age, yo.
Don't mean shit, because I'll be rather be in jail by my old age. Who get it? Love ain't gonna do shit. You gonna come sit and do some of my time for me? I mean, literally. I mean, and it's people. What's so bad is they like to put people like us in jail for child support because the good thing about criminals like that is they're very easy to manage. They do their time. They're not bad inmates to keep. I mean, those are the best inmates to have because they're not violent criminals anyway. So think about it. You can have 500-600 people, and all they did was say these people are child support people. They ain't never done no violent crimes. You have them all in one. You can have them all in one pod with one guard. These people aren't violent, so they ain't gonna do shit. You know what I mean? They want to just serve their time and get the fuck out because they've been law-abiding citizens automatically. And those are the best people that, if you notice, they're making laws to go after. They want to get the law-abiding citizens because those are the easiest prisoners to watch. It's very little manpower, you know what I mean, and they do what they're supposed to do because half of them want to get out. So don't be surprised if you see a lot of like non-violent criminals. They love to put us in jail. They love to put us in jail. I mean, non-violent criminals, yes, it is.
Yeah, I ain't going to jail. Fuck that.
I kill you. Kill me before I. If you talk about anything more than a month, you might as well kill my ass.
What I don't like is that the fact they don't go by in other words, the everyday or monthly income of the man. In other words, the man is paying, his own gas and electric, his rent and things. They don't factor these things in. I think that's very unfair. Because to be honest with you, I had 3 children, and it does not take $750 a month to raise 3 children.
Oh shit, man! I know motherfuckers. I'm just give an example like that. Is they hit me for like 1,100 and something a month.
How many?
1,100 or what?
Yeah, 1,100 and something a month. I don't even make $1,000 a month.
What
How many was it for, Dre?
Huh?
How many was it for?
Well, technically, I have 4.
So you had to pay 1,100 for 4 children?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell?
Some odd something dollars a month. I don't even. What's so bad is, listen to this. They hit you with a note that high, and yet you making $9 an hour. So fathom how the fuck you supposed to pay for that? Just multiply that up. You making $9 an hour, and your rate is that.
Because they want you to go to jail.
Say that.
I mean, that system is so fucked up.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It's designed for the black man to go to jail like that. They know y'all can't make them damn payments like that.
Well, this is the problem. I used to sit there and laugh. I mean, like some people, I do admit it's my fault. I should have went down there and fought more. But I hate to say, I just got tired of going down. It's very depressing. I got tired of going down there. The people treat you like shit. I mean, you wanna say like this? Being a male going into the child support office is worse than going into the DMV or McDonald's in a fucking hood. I mean,
well, my ex-husband he got away with paying $313 a month for 2 children.
Man.
Sounds fucking highway right. I feel like that's alimony. That ain't child support. That's alimony. What the fuck?
And I gave him a waiver on that. I didn't make him pay alimony.
$1,300. You know what I could do with $1,300?
No. He got away with $313 for 2 children.
Right.
Well, think about it. The motherfuckers like the people that date them rich motherfuckers, and the
motherfuckers. I wasn't married.
$15,000 a month for child support. What?
That's some bullshit.
No child needs that much. No child needs that much.
To me,
because you're paying whole support.
This is the thing is this. If it should be like that and it's all like that, what they should do is say this. Motherfucker, if you need 15,000 or shit like that, then why don't you let the child live with the father?
Right.
What I'm saying, I mean plain and simple.
Because they're not logical. They don't think off logic. They think off dollar signs and where I can rob your ass.
Hey, Carlotta, I got a question for you. Why did you say he got away with paying $315?
Because his lawyer told him not to bring his check stubs to court. But at the time, he was making $16 an hour. So he made the court of Maryland just go by the minimum wage of Connecticut, which was $7.65. So the judge here in Maryland just set the child support payment as $313. I never went down there to combat it because I was tripping off the fact that he stuck his own foot in his mouth because I wasn't going for child support. I was going to keep him from taking my babies out of the state of Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
So he messed his own self up, and then he made the order to pay directly to me.
So why did you say got away with? That's what I'm saying.
He got away with it because he, unlike you guys, y'all gotta like come to the front. Like y'all shit was like a no-win situation. It's like this fucker got to slip through the crack because he didn't have to bring in his lawyer conveniently forgot to tell him to bring in his bank statement, in which that's what he was supposed to have had.
So you mean $300 and something is not enough for 2 kids?
Well, twin girls, and plus we had them going. By the time we had got divorced, they were going to a special school, which I ended up having to pay for it myself. I mean, I didn't bitch and complain really, because I mean, my husband was stingy as shit. I'm surprised they got that out of him.
Yeah.
Hey,
But I didn't fight it. You know what I'm saying? Like Leslie, I didn't go back down there. Like, he make more than that. And plus, I helped my ex-husband even more because in the same day, I told that lawyer, the master, that he had given me $1,500 off paper. And she told his client, she told his lawyer, she said, in all my years up on the bench, I've never had somebody to come in here and admit the money when the other person wasn't here to admit that they had given it. You see what I'm saying? So I wanted to be honest because I don't like fucking with court. I don't feel right with white man got to tell me how to raise my children and what's supposed to be for my kids. We supposed to work together for that. If my child needs some shoes or something that was, pertaining to her or whatever, I'm supposed to call him and let him know these things. Not no white man telling, being all in our business, telling him what he need to do and telling me how to go about getting it done. I didn't like it. I'm not somebody. I don't like nobody in my business. Like
Atreyu.
that's my family.
Yeah.
Tell you how fucked up it is here. I'm in Michigan.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you're fucked. Your taxes are gone. You owe. Your taxes are gone. You put a lien on your bank account.
Wait a minute, KP. What's taxes?
Income tax.
What is that? One of the biggest states in the United States of America.
But I didn't.
Taxes. What are taxes?
Looking for? I didn't screw him.
What are taxes?
Taxes. Everybody got taxes.
You don't get them motherfuckers.
What's the tax return?
That's why you don't.
And I've never heard of that before. I just thought it was a myth.
Shit.
I even
Bitches
let
get
him
taken.
so he can
A
catch
tax
up with
return
his
is like
child
a fucking
support.
unicorn.
I would let him claim the girls. I would let him claim the girls some years so he could catch up with his child support.
Right.
Then on top of that, man, look, they take your work license. So you have a professional work license.
Gone.
That shit's gone.
What the fuck? How you supposed to work?
Don't even, if you got a commercial driver's license, gone.
Gone.
What? That makes no sense.
Your regular driver's license.
Gone.
Gone.
That makes no sense.
That's why
Hire a hitman. Hire a
it's
hitman.
designed for the black man. I don't think nobody's done.
Shit, listen.
Check this out. Hey, Drew.
Man, I thought about starting up a website where people can anonymously post, hey, I'm about to have a baby by this person. You say, hey, I'm about to.
Hey, bro, you gonna have to go on the black web for that shit. If you trying to knock somebody out, you better hit the black web. Hit the black web.
Hey, I'm gonna hit you with this one. You like to go fishing?
Every now and then.
Your license here in Michigan? Gone.
Gone.
Nah, that bitch gotta die.
You can't even.
Your hunting license?
Gone.
Gone.
What?
Literally, yeah, they try to make
you better.
And how many states is it?
Oh no.
If you have a house,
if
you have a house,
they're trying
it's
to
a lien
make
on
it
your
to
house.
where.
That makes no sense.
And then on top of that, guess what happens? That shit goes on your credit report.
Set up for the black man.
Oh no, she gotta mess up my credit too. She gotta die.
Yep.
Somebody goes to die. Oh, I'm sorry, it's gotta happen.
Hey, this is what you. Yeah, in cases like that, yeah, you gotta hire a drunk driver to have a head-on collision with that motherfucker.
Like,
Straight
hey
up.
man, you wanna make 1,500 real quick?
You don't got no regard for your life? Alright. Just go down the wrong way on the intersection. This is the license plate you look for.
Now, after they took all your shit from you,
that's fucked
you
up,
still
man.
can go to jail and get a felony. That's not a misdemeanor. It's just a felony here.
Well, oh no.
And you can get up to 4
child
years.
support?
Yeah, you can get up to 4 years in prison and a $2,500 fine.
But that's what I told y'all. I'm saying from a woman perspective, I had to play stupid ass games with somebody. They would get the kids. You supposed to bring the kids back on Wednesday. No phone call, no show. I'm calling. This person takes me down for harassment of misuse of phone call.
Yeah, y'all really pushing me to the point of not dating American women, boy. I swear. I'm so close to taking my ass to the
I'm trying to figure out, hey, Ash is over in the chat room. What do you mean by over 10,000 prison time?
This is a man that did this goofy shit to me. All because I ain't want his ass no more.
She said, yes, honey, yes.
Played all these little dumbass games. Used our children as pawns. Christmas come, he buy them dumb shit for spite. You know what I'm saying? Knowing I was gonna come up on the back end and make sure their Christmas was tight. You know, it's like he just did a lot of stupid shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
send
we in
you
a
a carton of
different
cigarettes for
damn,
Christmas.
you know, but yo,
KP tripping me
yeah.
out, man.
And I mean,
No.
here it is. I'm an only person. I gotta come up with $3,500 retainer for a fucking attorney. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm constantly being fucked with. In the meantime, I'm trying to raise our kids, but I'm coming up with unnecessary money.
But this is what I don't get, Carlotta, and this is why I was asking. If you don't want the man being your business, why go to court anyways to pursue child support?
He made me go to court. He brought the shit to the attention of the court. I didn't go to court. I could care
And
less.
how did he get on
Next thing
child
I
support?
know, he got like summons and shit. Oh, cause he went to court asking for out of state visitation, right? Cause he went to Connecticut. So I didn't like that idea because where he was living was not feasible for two little girls. So
Or
when
is
I
she
went to
living in a crack
court,
house?
to a degree, I mean the girl had two little boys, but it was no sleeping area for girls. So when I went to court, you know what I'm saying, the master was like, okay, we understand what Mr. Timber wants, but is Mr. Timber paying child support? That's where that shit came from.
Hey.
So he stuck
Hey,
his own foot up his ass.
I want to say this. Ash is in the chat. You said it's $10,000. You can go to jail. Actually, they can issue a warrant if you are 1 penny in arrears.
What?
If you owe 1 cent, they can issue a warrant.
What the fuck? See, I don't feel bad for people who actually like goes up and shoot up the damn child support officer and kill their baby mama. I don't feel bad for motherfuckers who actually want to do that. I
No,
really
this
don't.
is a
Because
solution
that's
to this
highway
problem.
robbery.
This is a solution to this problem. Stop going in raw. If you don't have condoms, use sandwich bags.
No, no,
Problem
no, no, no,
solved.
no,
This
no, no,
motherfucker
no.
said
You
sandwich bag.
The fuck I look
still
like
pull
putting a
out.
ziploc on
No
my
dumb
shit.
niggas that don't know how to raise their own damn kids.
Not Ziploc, nigga. Baggies.
That
I
nigga
ain't
could have
putting no
dropped off in
baggies
the
on
middle
my
of
shit.
Siberia. I don't
You
give a
What
got
you,
fuck.
ziploc baggies?
what you gonna do? Use a twisty tie?
You don't
I'm
have
not
to.
about to do that.
Hey, look, let me tell you something. As long as
Gotta
something
explain it.
catch it, as long as something catches, as long as something catches it before it gets to the goddamn, you know what? That's how.
I'm
Hey,
spray
I ain't know
ass
he
with
was gonna
foam or
be
some
like
shit.
that.
or you better have, or you better have one of them chicks that kick you in your shit with some steel toe boots a few times to make you sterile or something.
And
Why
all
don't
of
you
what
just go
he
get
I
says,
ain't
a
I
going
ain't
out
want
like
to be
that.
with
I
him no
need my
more.
balls.
go get a vasectomy?
That
But
Well,
all
too.
because
well,
I ain't want
well,
to
you
be with
can't
him no
get,
more. I
but
got all
it's
that drama.
well, hold on. With the vasectomy shit, you can't get that if you don't have children.
Okay,
Right.
that's not true, Lethal. Not
All
true.
right, it varies by state. I take it, yeah.
Okay, let me tell you something. How do they know you have children?
True.
There you go. You're done.
So,
Damn.
all right,
I
I
thank you
got
for
live
to
in
get
clearing
up
that up.
Michigan,
there.
and here in Michigan, you have to have your wife's permission to have vasectomy.
Yeah, I remember you talking
Get the
about
fuck
that.
out of
That's
here.
Yeah, they give you a form. You have to have her sign it.
that's some
No.
Oh,
bullshit.
shit. Okay, okay. If you could
Oh
have
no, it's not like that
damn
down here.
serious.
Look, y'all might as well come y'all ass to Louisiana and get one in. Shit. Cause it ain't
And
like that
Maryland
down
is the
here.
same thing.
I gotta fucking study Texas laws. Nah, shit.
I told the
Maryland
God
is the
doctor
damn.
same
like this here. I was the only person born with these nuts. She wasn't with me.
Like,
What the?
don't
He
make me
said, "No, sir.
There
You
we
have
go.
to
disrespect
have."
you.
I'm back, guys.
way. That
He
was
told me.
fucked
He
up.
said, "You have to have her signature." I stood right in front of him and just signed the name on the fucking line. He said, "Okay."
Yep. Hey, so does a woman have to have her husband's signature to get a
No,
her tubes tied?
no.
Yeah, that's some bullshit right there. Double standard.
That is a double standard.
In Maryland, yes, you can.
Not.
Hey, Deb, and no, a woman does not need okay to get a fucking abortion if she's married.
No, she doesn't. They don't
This
even
is
have to
why
let.
women need to be slapped.
They don't even have to let you know. I should know that because what I did is too. When I was younger, you know, even like to say that a girl can actually petition the court if she don't even want to tell, say she under 18 and want to get an abortion. she can petition the court and actually get an abortion without telling her mother.
The father shouldn't be liable, though.
Huh?
The father shouldn't be liable. If a girl want to go ahead and have a baby and the boy is against it, then I would escalate it to court and be like, yo, I shouldn't be liable.
Nope, it don't matter. They figure like this is, if you ever fuck a woman, then basically you relinquish all rights to her. That's why when y'all sit up here and when they talk about these LGBT gay people, I know these gay people probably saying, well, shit, the only reason I'm gay is I don't never have to worry about being fucked. After I stop fucking you, the only thing I can leave with is an STD.
Well, I wonder what them stupid
too many problems.
Yo, I wonder what them stupid bitches gonna do. The one that got them damn that sperm out the doctor in the bathroom and shit.
Don't matter.
Wait, what?
If that woman goes in, okay, you have sex with a woman, right? And she used a turkey basin and impregnate herself?
Yep, don't matter.
Don't matter. You're fucked. You got to pay child support, buddy.
Yep, because basically...
How is that getting away with not having to pay child support?
What are you talking about?
And he done made like 40-something babies already.
I know a guy who's never had sex with a woman before that has a kid. Never had sex with a woman. He's been gay all his life. Got a kid and paid child support. And
wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Listen.
That was some white people, wasn't it, Dre?
Listen, Lisa. Listen,
that was a white couple.
What's so bad, Lisa, is that what's so bad, how we sit up here and say motherfuckers are a pain in the ass. This bitch, they never had sex, never in love, none of that bullshit. But every time this motherfucker get a raise on his property, it's like how much money he gets. Like if he raised the rent 10%, that bitch down there walking, talking about his income has changed and trying to get more money. And it's like, whoa.
See, here they changed it. I think the woman can only go down every 3 years, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Because that shit happened way too much. You get a better job, she's down there. You get a raise, she's down there. And it's like, hey, look, this is bullshit.
Murder.
Yeah.
Why don't you come on? Hey, Marie, will you come on the panel, please? And ask a question.
I am so surprised that I don't see all these women out here face down in the Mississippi River that's floating by like, oh, there's another one. I'm surprised I don't see that shit.
To add injury to insult to injury, I'm sorry, you have to pay for health care too.
Yep. Oh, that's what's so bad.
You know how much fucking insurance is?
Health care. You're right. If you get insurance for yourself, you automatically have to add the kid too. Even though you paying, say, you could be paying X amount a month, but if you got insurance, you got to add them too. So it's like, well, wait a minute.
The only thing that will help, though, they do have a limit here in Michigan on how much they can take out of your check. And insurance is fucking expensive. So if you already paying, say, $1,000 for a kid, and then on top of that, you got to pay another $500 for fucking insurance. That's $1,500. And you only make, say, $2,000, you're fucked.
But like they say, it's cheaper to keep up. Yep. Shit, niggas wouldn't be paying those $700 on no damn kid.
I had to disagree with that, Carlotta.
How you gonna keep them? Why the fuck? Here's the question: why the fuck would they even stay? Think about it, motherfucker. I get all your money, and I don't have to do nothing you say, or never have to give you anything. Then I can move on to another nigga who gonna try to wine and dine me, and I can get part of his money too. There's no reason, no offense. If I was a woman, I ain't even gonna lie. Why would I stay with you as a man after I get 60% of your money? I get 60% of your money. Technically, you ain't got too much left. Then next time, if I get mad at you, it's better to leave. It's better to actually not be with your child's father than it is, because that way you get to move on to another dude who's gonna try to wine you and dine you, and he gonna give you 20-30% of his money. So I get 60% of his money, 20-30% of his money, and all I am is being a woman. I mean,
hey, Dre,
I do the same thing.
And somebody in the chat asked,
women ain't shit.
They said, how much do you think child support should be? I say it should be based off of minimum wage.
Right. Marie, will you come on the panel? I know who she is. I mean, do you mind coming on the panel? You don't have to show your face or nothing. This ain't the place.
It's almost slipped.
Yeah, almost slipped. This is debating woes. As we say right here. Matter of fact, the people, I only got 2 people in the music industry. I need y'all to make a little beat or something for the show now.
How much you paying me?
Yes.
What the hell I'm talking about? I'm not charging you.
Slacks, your mic is fucked up, man.
Yeah, yours
Is it
is.
because I'm black?
Yeah,
No, because your mic is black.
right. Leave and come back.
Oh wait, what you said?
Support should be based
Yeah.
on whatever the baseline is for raising a child. I don't think it should be based on what a person makes. Like, why would one family
We hear you.
$200 a month and the next family $10,000 a month?
Right.
There should be a baseline for what it costs to raise a child, and everyone on an equal playing ground there.
I agree. I think honestly there shouldn't be monthly child support. I think it should be like taxes. You save all your receipts, add up what you spent on the kid, itemize it, and then you guys divide it down the middle.
I agree.
Hey, true you.
I think there
Got
should
another
be
for you.
accountability for where that money goes. I
Exactly.
don't think it should go for a new car. I don't think it should go for hair or clothes for the woman, or I mean, because these women, they remarry or whoever they remarry, and then these child support payments are going to pay for their new house, and I just really think there should be some accountability to show that the money that's coming to them every month for the kid is being spent on the kid, even if the money is going into an account for college or an account for the kid's car when they get to that age. There should be some accountability there.
Yeah.
Okay, check this out. On top of that, if that child goes to a daycare, guess what? You got to pay for daycare.
The hair stop.
Made no sense,
It
man.
really doesn't cost that much. One, because I've got two boys, and that's why I was asking you, Carlotta, about 300 something bucks, because I don't even think I spend that much on them. You know, separately, because you think about it, if a mother has custody, she's got to have sleeping space for the kids, right? Well, if the father has visitation, he's got to have sleeping room for the kids as well. So he's paying for a house that's probably only going to get used, or paying for an extra room that's only going to get used 4 months out of the year. So he's got to maintain that. Nobody's helping him. So, hey, you should be able to maintain your own rent and house.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I never changed it. I mean, that went into effect when they was 7. When they turned 18.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying.
Whatever, you know what I'm saying?
No, I was just saying that's why I just questioned, because you specifically made the statement he got away with, like he should have been paying more, and I'm like, I don't even spend 300.
Because they were supposed to go by his income, like his actual income, and they did it. They went by, because his actual income wasn't available, so they went by the state of Connecticut. They went by the minimum wage of state of Connecticut. So me not wanting to be all greedy and shit and hating courts anyway, I'm like, all right, 313, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever. I mean, because I'm looking at it like if we were still together, that would have been pretty much the same amount he would have been contributing to the house anyway.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, once you explain it, it makes sense. But my whole thing is this: as an adult, you should be maintaining a house, period. You should be maintaining a car, period. You should be maintaining gas, period. So all that shit shouldn't account into what you're spending on the child. Only thing that should account: extracurricular activities, school uniforms, shoes, clothing. Maybe a little bit on food, just a tiny little bit on food.
And another thing about him was, like, if it's something that I needed, like one of the girls needed something, he was good with sending it. Western Union.
Okay,
so that was the end of our court time.
Hey, Deb, in the chat, you talked about double standards. I'm gonna give you another one.
Yeah.
As a man, if you remarry, they technically can go after that woman's income as well. The fuck, man. And guess what happens? If your child's mother remarry, they don't fuck with her income. They don't even calculate it.
Nope. But you got a lot of ghetto ass females think that, you done got married to another chick, well, I'm gonna get her money too.
And they can.
Nope. You know what? I'm really debating on whether I should actually like mess with American women at this point.
You shouldn't. Sorry.
I'm like this. If you get, if she turns, I'm not saying that they all bad. Because I've seen some. I ain't even gonna lie. I've seen some women I would like to date, but I'm gonna tell you, it's real hard. I mean, if they decide to pull out the guns on you, you kind of fucked. That's just what it is. If they decide to say, you know what, fuck you, nigga, you gone.
Well,
I knew a lady. Her husband died, and she was getting his Social Security benefits. That man, they were still taking out fucking child support out of his Social Security benefits, and that man was dead.
How the fuck is that? You know what? I'm gonna stop asking questions.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll tell you. Saying these niggas is paying child support and their children is 30 and 35 years old.
If you are rich, you still got to pay her.
I'll tell you what, man. Once they legalize prostitution, the gig is up with these bitches.
That's true.
Yeah. That don't make no kind of sense right there.
Child support.
You got to hold your mic close to your mouth.
Oh, is that better?
Yeah.
No, hold the mic close to your mouth.
Ah, KP.
Stop
Hey, babe, you gotta hold the mic close to your mouth now. Come on.
I wasn't gonna say a word. I was waiting for somebody else to say something. Like, you know what? This is too easy. I'm not gonna even take that swing at that.
I better not disrespect Mr. KP no kind of way. Not while I'm up on her.
No, it was no disrespect. It was everybody caught what I was saying.
So definitely, women are motivated to pursue child support and all of that kind of stuff. But they're supported by a system they're supported by the system. The system is what set it up. And I remember when I divorced and we went to court and we already had written on a piece of paper how we wanted to share parenting time, and at the bottom of the paper it said neither person was asking for child support, and they told us that was not possible. One person has to pay some support. So whichever one of us at that time was making more money had to pay support. So at that time, I had to pay child support. And we were agreed. I mean, later down the line, things happened, and I mean, that whole thing got turned around. But initially, we were not going to ask for child support, either one of us. And the court told us both that's not possible. Someone has to pay. And I think that the system, they do that because it's a racket, and the state definitely gains financially from this system.
Right. If they get a fee for that, they take a fee out of everything you pay. So.
Yep.
I mean, that's what it is. It's for the fee. It's not about, oh, we're going to do this, that, and the other. It's the fee. Hey, wait a minute. We can catch a fee right here.
But how about them women that's on child support, right? And they on social service. Social service is gouging dudes for like $500, $600, $700 and only kicking back the girl about $50.
Yeah, I know.
If you get cash assistance, they're going to tear your ass up.
Hell yeah. I mean, they oh.
Well, like I tell people, it's best to have a woman that's on welfare and you pay child support. That's the best way to go. Because if you owe the state.
Right.
And you can cut a deal with the state if you owe. Yeah. I said this in the show before. Take your ass down there to the front of the court if you owe. Tell them, hey, I can't pay this. I need some help. Usually they away between 80 to 90% of your arrearages. Because they gave us, what was it, $6.3 billion is owed in child support in the state of Michigan alone.
Damn.
And it's less than 400,000 people on the child support system. So they trying to recover any money they can.
Well, I got another solution. Since they've got the bridge cards that you can only swipe on food, put the child support on a damn specialized bridge card where it can only swipe for clothes and food. That's it.
Well, nah, but basically, this is what I hate to say. If they do that, all they'll say is, well, I got to pay my rent. And basically, say the rent is $600 a month. and they want you to pay $300, they'll just say, well, you just pay $300 of my rent every month. I mean, women will find a way around it. Because, like, plain and simple, all you got to do, if you don't believe me, next time you're in the store, like, our child support card's got a little, like, bird on it. So, like, basically, you know that's a child support card. Man, I see the women buying all types of shit. I seen them in the hair store buying hair before. I've seen them everywhere.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like a bridge card. I can't buy cigarettes with the bridge card. I can't buy clothes with the bridge card. I can't buy a bicycle with the bridge card. The way that like Walmart, Target, Kmart, these places, these barcodes, when they enter it into the system, they tag it whether it can be used with the bridge card or not. So same thing with the child support card. Only tag it for kids' clothes. Only tag it for food, necessities.
It's only food and cat food you can buy on bridge card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there needs to be some checks and balances there. It should not be free rent or whatever you want to spend that money.
Hey, y'all.
What's up, Deb?
Wasn't they supposed to stop where you can get shrimp and beef and shit?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they were trying to do that. I don't know if they did it, but I heard they were trying to do something like that to make it where you can only get certain things. Like you couldn't buy high-end food with the food stamp cards.
Yeah, I see these people in Walmart all the time. They're buying fucking Red Bull, 324 packs of freaking soda, all this, Doritos, all this garbage.
No, fuck that. Go in the hood. Go to the restaurant in the hood. You buy, we fry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they got those too. Yeah, and they're trying to, they try to scam away from that. And Ashes just made a good point in the chat that
What do you mean? You buy, we fry. What is that?
You go to a restaurant. You can pay for the food on your bridge card. And they pay like $1 and they cook the shit for you.
Yeah,
$1 cash or what?
Yeah,
no, you pay like $1 cash.
That's how they do the crabs up here. They'll steam the crabs.
You get your whole chicken dinner. You get your whole chicken dinner and shit on your bridge card.
Wow.
Well, yeah, because technically with the bridge card, you can't buy prepped food. You can only buy
raw food.
It can't be cooked already. So they'll sell you the technically, in parentheses, raw food, and you pay $1 for them to fry it. But the price will be the same as if you were buying a prepped meal anyways.
Oh, okay.
I have a comment, just an observation.
Go ahead, Dad.
The system has been in place like this for a while, right? And every so often they tweak it according to the times, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How can it still be so messed up? In other words, what I'm saying is when I see a system that's messed up year after year after year after year and nobody can ever get it right, I tend to think that it's like that on purpose. They know how to fix it and make it, logical and sensible and checks and balances, but they don't because there's an underlying reason. If you were able to buy healthier food on these cards, right, then you will able to provide and have a healthier family, but they don't. They want you to buy chips, so you're unhealthy. They want you to spend your money on hair so that you have no rent, so you can send your son out to go rob somebody.
You already hit it on the head.
When the system is broken, especially in the year 2016, Jesus, we sent people on the moon. We can clone things, okay? And you're telling me that they can't look at it, all these intelligent, college-educated economists, and they can't fix the welfare system? No, they can fix it. They just don't want to.
Yes,
sorry.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. They don't want to because it's too lucrative. It's a lucrative business. You just said, hey, you got shitty-ass nutrition. You're in a shitty-ass environment.
Yeah.
You're going to take your ass to jail. So I get money off of all those things.
Yeah.
And they're basically saying that this is the best the government can do. Like they're saying to you, this is
all these
the
bad
best
systems are together in the bed together with each other.
There's a reason why it's like that. I'm telling you guys, it's so underlying.
They're making money, Deb, and what they're doing is they're taking away all the power from the men because men are the ones, when the government gets too strong, who revolts and fights the government? It's always
right.
It's not been women.
Right.
You take away all the power from the men and leave the women. And women, all you got to do, shit, I've heard women say they're voting for Hillary because they like the way she dresses.
Oh, hell no.
That's how women think.
Okay, that's the first time I've heard some shit like that.
This is
I'm voting for Trump.
women are the easiest to persuade. So you take the power away from the men, give the power to the women, and you can easily persuade the women with stupid shit.
Yeah, once you take the head of the household away, when you take the head of the household away and you chop that down, then women are open game.
Okay, hey Deb, check this out. With everything you just said, think about the other side of all the lobbyists. They're lobbying.
Oh my goodness.
Those are the people who's controlling shit. You just said, okay, bad nutrition, right?
Yeah.
So what happens when you have bad nutrition? You get sick.
Right.
Now
health problems.
And now you have to get a pill. So
right.
think about
it's like
Bayer
a cycle.
and think about Pfizer.
It's a cycle. They're putting the masses in and grinding them out, and the people on the outside that can see it are going, wait a minute, doesn't anybody see that?
Well, they
but if you're,
see it.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. They absolutely see it, and they know exactly what they're doing.
Right.
Hold your mic close to your mouth.
So they have to keep the people where they're at, or they won't make money from it. And so all of these big entities or big companies are off each other.
Let me go help her out.
All right.
You know how long I've been trying to hold that?
Oh man, KP, stop it. This is a child-friendly show now.
I mean, how easy is it to say to people, the people who get welfare and stuff, that, okay, at the end of the 6 months, you have to show up with the receipts spent by the money that you use from the welfare. That's so simple.
Yes.
But they don't do it. They don't do it.
They make
and the
us
question,
do it for
right? And the question has to be why. I think my question of the why will lead us to explaining the bigger picture, which is, on a whole, things they, the big they, want things like this. We're exactly where they want us.
That's why they keep people dumbed down, Deb. This is why they put all this bullshit on TV. Caitlyn Jenner, who Justin Bieber screwing, all this is what people know about all this stuff. There was a late night show guy who went around asking people, what are the 3 branches of government and what are they?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
They had no fucking clue.
Oh man.
When he went around asking who Kim Kardashian's screwing or who Lindsay Lohan's, what her latest scandal was or whatever she's gotten into, they knew all that shit.
Yeah.
It's just like today I ended up putting up this status on Facebook because I kept seeing on my timeline a bunch of people were talking about the flooding, and they talk about the government is trying to stop the flooding and all. Trying to start the flooding and everything and all this and that. And I pretty much simply said that you need to deduct 50 life points from your life and walk your ass in the shadow realm because you being that stupid. And pretty much somebody actually had to debate with me, talking about, man, the government is doing this, and I'm like, do you understand how? I'm like, okay, first of all, if you go say some shit like this, what branch of government are we talking about? Are you talking about the executive? Are you talking about the judicial? Are you talking about legislative? Are you talking about metro government? Are you talking about federal government?
Don't throw big words at people, man. Come on now.
It was to the point where it lasted for an hour, and I was to the point I was watching the damn game and getting annoyed by even answering his dumb ass. Because it's like, how the fuck you don't understand how politics work and you don't understand how the government works? And then we were playing the pronoun game. That was -5 points because I actually participated in that. I hate when they be like, they trying to get us. Who the fuck is they? Who is they?
No, they.
I don't play the pronoun game. It's like with people nowadays, these conspiracy. If you're gonna be there are 2 types of conspiracy theorists. There's ones who actually look at stuff that can be a logical solution of like this could happen, and they have ones that don't know what the fuck they talking about, and they just putting up shit up there and they're trying to sound smart. You can't even talk to them about the point of like, okay, what does the executive branch do in the government? Do you know what they do? No, they don't know this shit. So when they run out and say stupid shit like that, I don't scratch my head anymore. I just to the point where I don't even use dry sarcasm because it's to the point it's not even fun. It's not fun anymore to do that. So, the society today just makes me look at like, all y'all motherfuckers just dumb. You cater to this bullshit. You worry about Caitlyn Jenner. You worry about Justin Bieber. You worry about all this other bullshit that goes on. And then on top of that, you want to make excuses and make up these dumbass theories that aren't absolute and or aren't even logical or close to be absolute for whatsoever, just to make yourself feel good and to make you feel like you fit in this circle of like you know what the fuck is going on. It's real annoying, and it drives me up the wall that people are that stupid. I wish I did have the power to send all these dumbass motherfuckers to the shadow realm. Take all your life points and just put your ass in the shadow realm away from humanity. That damn stupid. It just gets on my nerves.
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell
Deb,
is
time for new lighter, Deb.
Sorry. 5 million lighters don't work. How is that possible?
Turn on the stove.
You better go. Tick, 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 tick.
Now it's time to donate for Deb to get a new lighter.
As we take that break right here, we want to let you know, thank you for watching Debating Woes right here. We want you to like, share, subscribe, and definitely hit that donate button down there and let us know that you're feeling the show. Back to you, Deb, because Deb needs a new lighter. A lighter for Deb. So please go check that link right now.
The struggle is real.
It's extremely real.
He already sent us a battery for the clock back there. If you know that clock has the right time right now. Only took a month, but we finally got on that clock back there.
Let's fuck a lighter. Let's get Deb a blowtorch.
Oh shit, man! A campfire.
Get a Zippo.
I'm gonna go ahead and post a link right there in the box so you guys to know. That way you know we can buy Deb a lighter.
Not just any lighter. Get her a Zippo.
Zippo. That way she doesn't have to worry about striking all these ears, guys. So there you go. There's a link right there. Let you know. First donation right here. Just right there.
You know what's so bad about people around me who, when they smoke, I'm the one who carries all the lighters because they see the damn lighters. I am the lighter thief when it comes.
Yeah, you know,
you're the fucking lighter thief.
Everybody lose. I don't even smoke, but it seems like to the point where I realize I'm like I got more lighters than anybody who smoke. I know because it's ridiculous every time. Oh man, I can't even find my lighter. Here, motherfucker. Here, take it, take your.
No man, I stopped smoking. Shit, it's going on 4 years now. I quit smoking. Wow, I was smoking about 2 packs a day, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't smoke that much. I smoke about maybe a half a pack a day, maybe. And those are like half cigarettes because I don't like smoking in the house, you know.
And actually, I just came home from work, got off work, and shit. Me and the wife, we sat outside, listened to some music in the car, had a couple drinks, sitting in the fucking driveway. I was like, fuck this, I'm done.
Nice, KP, nice. Good for you.
Very nice. Well, thank you.
Here's the question. You stopped smoking, so I'm pretty sure you just took it out on your wife, right?
In one way or another.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Only in a good way.
Yeah, I was like, ooh.
That's what
Only in a good way.
Listen,
That's
I didn't I didn't want to come out and say that, but everybody know what I meant.
That's that grown people shit.
Right? Yes, I still say I still smoke that ass.
Come on, bro.
Like here, baby. Like I'm used to sucking on something. I need you to come on over here.
Lucky Miss KP.
He's a healthy smoker now.
Right.
Good on you. Good on you.
Good on. Like what?
A healthy smoker. The other stuff.
Right.
The other white meat.
Right.
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
Y'all crazy as hell.
That's why you like us. Because we're nuts.
Yep. No
you
doubt.
know normal is boring.
Hey,
Come on, man.
that keeps the relationship healthy. You
It
already
is.
Yes, it does.
Because we talk a lot of shit all the
Too anal retentive.
But
time. What about anal?
Too predictable and
I
shit.
knew he was gonna say it. That's why I ain't say nothing. Damn, you
That
can't
is hilarious.
you guys are crazy.
I don't like predictability.
He said, "Dick." Uh-oh.
Oh
That,
God. While we take a break, we want to
That's
thank you guys for watching the show. Please like, share, and subscribe to let everybody know you're feeling the debating woes. Look at that, I almost said the wrong name again.
Turn into a drinking game, Andre. Every time you almost slip, everybody takes a shot.
Yep.
now wait a minute. Now we you were trying to have up.
Some of us are already drunk, so.
I got my infusions in my damn kitchen right now.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I got to start to catch up with you guys. What?
Oh my God, what is that?
Okay,
Is that
it's
an
not my
alien?
mic this time. It's not me.
I swear to God,
KP got me hooked up.
KP, what's that? You can't talk something? Something's wrong with your
No,
speech
that's
pattern.
a Treyu.
That's a trade.
Hey,
Treyu, get to
right, leave and come back.
Yeah, get that electric boogaloo shit on somewhere.
What the?
Yeah,
Oh my God, that's.
Man, leave and come back. You sound like straight up crap.
Poor thing.
That's all. Sometimes that does it. All right, guys, we appreciate you guys watching this show. That's why we said as you see on a late night, we always get funny over here. We said electric boogaloo, huh? Hey,
That was a great movie.
Who got some blue magic?
Boogaloo shrimp.
Who got some blue magic? Huh? Give me some of that blue magic, baby.
Blue magic used to be the shit, man. We have to be from the hood to know what blue magic is.
You know what? I'm trying really hard not to say, hey, KP, what's blue magic?
That's right on.
Blue magic is that shit you put on your hair.
Fucking hair grease.
Hair grease, yeah.
Oh, blue magic was from, what was it?
Okay, then. I'm always learning something new, you know.
Yeah.
Magic was a heroin, high-priced heroin from the drug movie. That's why I always say blue magic.
Oh.
What movie was that where he was the drug dealer? Where he was the drug heroin dude? You know what I'm talking about, where Denzel Washington, big drug kingpin. He was a heroin.
Oh, yeah.
Frank.
American Gangster.
American Gangster, yeah.
Oh, look at there she
Love
goes.
that movie.
That's my movie there. I like that.
That was a great kill scene.
Frank Lucas.
Right, Frank Lucas. He said, "Give me
You're right, Deb. It was.
Yep.
Now your mic works good as hell.
That's how you kill somebody. Just walk up on them.
All right.
Man, blue magic was the shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, blue magic, a brush, and a wave cap all day.
You had blue magic. You had Dax. And for the bald head chicks, you had Glover's Mane.
Murray.
Wait. For the bald people? They're bald. What are you doing?
Try to go your kid back.
Only in the hood. You know what's fucked up when your mama gave you like the ass end of her pantyhose, telling here go wave cap.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Your ass been
the toe in.
I ain't never had. I can't. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm sitting here thinking, what you talking about? Yeah, you're right. I remember this.
He tried to forget that traumatizing experience.
Yeah. I never thought about it.
Back in the day when you was like, oh man, that's a water gun hanging up in this in the shower.
Oh.
Like, oh, man, that's a Kool-Aid bottle. No, the fuck it's not. You be sitting there sucking on that motherfucker like a Gatorade bottle. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, My mom had one hanging in the shower, and I used to fill it up with water and squirt it and play with it in the shower.
It was a water gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys might not want to repeat that outside of here.
Yeah. We're live. It's all over the internet. Anyway.
Already. Too late, right?
You know how many kids did that shit growing up in the day?
Yeah.
No. We ain't know no better.
I didn't know what that shit was, man.
Mom had that back massager.
Oh.
Massager, yeah.
That shit had 2 speeds. Oh my god, and blow my head off.
Oh man. Yeah.
Like, man, I need to get some lotion. This is motion lotion. What the fuck is motion lotion, Daddy?
Anybody remember
when you
when
blow on it, son?
started using Kool-Aid to dye their hair?
No,
Yeah, I did. I did when I was a punk back in the 80s. I was a punk for like 2 weeks.
Oh, like punk rock? Punk rock.
Yeah. I decided to cut my hair real short. When I say short, I mean like Halle Berry short. And it was very unattractive. So to add insult to injury, I decided to, well, let me just paint it pink with the Jello. I was cutting some trends, man.
Wow.
I mean, we all went through a fucked up phase with trending fashion at the time.
You guys remember parachute pants?
No.
Yep.
No.
I don't remember about her.
I do remember them, but I never had them. I never went that route. Like, I never messed with my hair like that. My dad would have freaked out. My dad would have freaked out like that anyway. But I was never in that punk or pop. No, I'm not. I was always more of the blue jean jacket and the more of the rock and roll scene, and that I just couldn't do. And to this day, I absolutely loathe 80s pop music. I can't take it. I just was never a part of that. At that time, I was like learning about Jimi Hendrix and Led Zeppelin and Bob Seger and all of that kind of stuff. I just can't do 80s pop.
Yeah, I love Bob Seger, man. My sister was a jean jacket wearing. She had all those buttons, from different bands, the Who and all that stuff.
That's called flares.
Yeah, and I remember coming into my house. I think I was like 11 years old and announcing, because I wanted to be like her, so I listened to rock and metal and Van Halen and all Journey and all that when I was real little. And then about 11 years old, I remember coming into the house and announcing as if it was like I was coming out of the closet, right? Like, I love disco.
Oh my god, that's funny.
And I put up a big picture of Prince, and ever since then, my sister was like, "Oh, you're this bubblegum pop generation. You don't know anything about music," and but I still grew up on that. The Bob Seger, like you said, Van Halen, Journey, the Who,
the Bangles.
Yeah, yeah, the Bangles too, yeah.
Bangles was borderline for me. Bangles was borderline. You're moving too close to that side for me. I didn't really.
Walk like an Egyptian.
Yeah, no.
Prince actually wrote a song for them.
Prince.
Yeah, Prince wrote "I'm Your Venus, I'm Your Goddess."
Oh, the Venus song.
Another Manic Monday.
Oh yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. I'm gonna have to turn my mic. I'm gonna have to turn my earpiece off, man. I can't. I'll have that song stuck in my head all night.
Now I'm gonna turn the shit on just to fuck with you, though.
No, and he does that too. Like, he'll come up with just a really dumbass 80s song and start singing it and put it in my head like all day. Okay, I'm done. I'm out.
Okay,
I couldn't do it.
We started to reach our 2.5 hour mark, guys. I want to thank you guys for coming out to the show. Please like, share, subscribe, and please don't forget to hit that donate button down there. Let us know that you're feeling the debating woes. Holler back at your boy. Everybody can go ahead and say good night.
Good night.
Good night. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Dre. That was cool.
Are you done, or you gonna start a new one?
We can afterwards. I'll go ahead, but we're gonna go offline and we'll ask the people in the chat room if they want us to start a new one. We'll come up with a topic. We'll start a new one. All right, guys. Thank you guys in the chat room for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and definitely donate. We'll see you on the flip side.
All right, Joe.